This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets! This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Go Jets!
Good morning.
What's up, brother?
Yo.
Yo, can you hear me?
Big win. Yeah, big win, man.
Oh,
you
man.
Hear me?
Yep. Big win. I said this yesterday. This isn't something, considering we've gotten our, what's packed up for too many years, that I think Jets fans should celebrate any way they want. I don't think humility has to be a part of the picture if people don't want to.
Yeah, it was completely dominant last night.
Dominant.
It should have been worse, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, one of the guys that I feel, and again, he catches nothing but hate. I thought Nathaniel Hackett called a great game, and he has to get credit for it because he certainly gets blamed when there is no creativity. And I thought they spread that ball around tremendously last night.
Oh, yeah, that Buckeye. I was talking to my dad, and during the game, and I'm like, Dad, he's picking them apart. He did it at will too. And let's be real, man. This is not. I know the Patriots stink on offense, but they were a top 10 defense last year.
I think they stink, though. I will say they're a top 5 pick. I think that team stinks, but it doesn't matter. This is the games like we've used to have a struggle or lose. So I will say this, Petey, you better jump on this Jeremy Ruckert train. He targets him a little bit, bro.
Yeah, he played Buckeye. I sent out a post yesterday.
I saw it. But he does target him, which I have a funny feeling there's going to be some good stuff on Ruckert this year. He missed a block badly yesterday. I will say that.
Yeah, he played well, man. He had that big first down catch. He had another catch. I think he had 2 first down catches.
He did. And then Conklin had his best game as a Jet.
Conklin was rumbling, man. That dude was everywhere. Listen, the only thing I can really complain about is, burning the 2 timeouts in the second half.
That's on Rodgers, bro. I'm telling you, he doesn't. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna blame Saleh for that. But
yeah, that one's on Rodgers. The timing thing, it's back-to-back weeks on that. There was very little to complain about, like very little. Zerline missed a field goal, so be it. Outside of that, penalties still got to get cleaned up, but outside of that, it was a terrific domination.
Yep. And look, man, guys, if you want to come up and speak,
Chuck
please
Clark
do
too,
so.
Petey.
Yes. Maddie, good morning. Tyleek, good morning. What's up, fellas?
Oh, yeah, how we feeling?
Man, the dominant, man. On 3 dominate. 1, 2, 3 dominate. Man, it was Tyleek. I couldn't eat. Let me tell you, man, going to the games live and seeing what we've seen, this dude, he was just dealing, man. Rodgers was dealing, and he was doing anything he wanted to at will.
Yeah, bro, he looks special. He looks special out there, man.
He really did. I'm not just trying to say it because it's Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he even was running. He was running, getting first downs. So, look, just keep building off of it. Beat the teams you're supposed to beat. Guys, I'm usually not one to talk a lot on the spaces, but I'm a really talk today because what I saw last night was one of the best performances by a Jets quarterback.
Petey, how can a completely immobile quarterback run, bro? What are you talking about?
Stop. Hey, Aaron, good morning.
Hey, Petey, how you doing today? Fuck everybody,
Doing
Maddie.
great.
Happy Friday, happy Friday. Oh my God, where do I begin? Where do I begin talking about yesterday, guys? I am still high off yesterday. Oh my God, did we look good or what, fellas?
I needed that. I needed that for the soul, bro. I needed them to put belt to ass to the Pats. I've been waiting
Yeah,
for years for
right,
this.
right.
Oh my God.
Hey, Aaron, real quick to that Tyreek. Now we have 9 days, 10 days off. Enjoy it, bro. This is how
Oh my.
you enjoy it. This is what's great about this. We don't have a game Sunday. Go ahead, Aaron. My bad.
No, you're good. No, you're good. I'm sorry. I'm just like I said. I'm just like I said. Where do I begin? The opening drive was so great. Like we were just putting it fucking going down. Aaron, like you were saying earlier, Aaron Rodgers was using his legs. That was so great to see. Like the fact that we were just changing the offense up. It wasn't run, pass right off the rip. It wasn't just like we're only giving it to Brees and Garrett. Everybody was getting touches. Oh, like I said, I feel so fucking good about yesterday's W,
Yeah,
guys.
Hackett was cooking to start the game off. I need more. I need more play calling like that, where
Right? I know. I
you're
feel like
you're
that
you're
Cody
firing the
commercial.
ball.
More.
Guys, enjoy this, man. This was something good to watch. Matty Ice. Let me hear from you, Aaron. Are you done? My bad, Aaron.
No, you're good. I'm done, guys. Sorry. I just like I said, I was just super excited. I wanted to come up and just chop it up real fast.
Yeah.
I've got like 20 talking points. I could go all day, but no, I'll drop down and listen. But just thanks for bringing me up, man.
Yeah,
The
no
only thing
doubt,
I'll
bro.
say is that obviously Aaron looked great. It was great to see him look mobile, but I thought it was really assuring for us that even though the Patriots don't have much of an offense, that we went out there and we did exactly what we needed to do defensively. We stopped the run. They did absolutely nothing in the passing
Yeah,
game,
average like
and
2.9 yards a play on us, like overall.
yeah, it was nice to watch us just absolutely shut them down and give them like nothing. It was McDonald made another play or two, and yeah, I mean it's crazy to watch, like a performance like that. It's been a really long time for us that we can actually watch a team. Uh,
I was
um,
telling a lot of people.
Yo, you there?
Probably got a call.
oh, he was
Oh,
saying I was telling people, so I stopped
go
talking.
ahead. Go ahead, Matty.
He wanted
Oh,
to
he's
come out in
still
this
talking.
game and really send a message and show people like I still have it. Also because the last time he was in a home game for the Jets, we all know what happened. So I just think he had a little bit more of an extra like chip on his shoulder, and we haven't even seen this offense really be like. I mean, it was clicking, absolutely, 400 yards, absolutely, but you haven't even seen him get on the same page with his number one guy yet. Where it's like that's even crazier to think, man. Like
Well,
I loved what John Simpson was doing out there. I don't care that he got
neither do I.
the like unnecessary
Yep.
roughness. Like that is what we had needed. That's what we have needed up front for wild long. We needed a guy to bring the nasty up front, to fucking set the tone, to be that club bouncer. Like, and I love the fact that those guys are ready to crash out on whoever if they hit a player late. We were never getting that out of offensive linemen like the last couple of years. Like they seem to be real soft. This offensive line is different this year.
I agree. Guys, I want to talk, but I want to hear from you guys. Bill, go ahead, man. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, brother. Great win last night. Wasn't it great? Just second half, just being able to sit back and enjoy the game and not worry about the game being in hand. And I mean, Aaron looked great. I think the biggest takeaway for me with him was his mobility last night. He looked like, Aaron from 5, 6 years ago, mobility wise. It was just amazing how he was breaking out of the pocket and just making things happen. And that's such part of his game. I just,
Yes, Bill, can I just say something to that? Every time he did that, like, I'm cringing because I'm thinking he can't do it, but he can, and he's going to get his legs back. I know he's 40 years old, but this guy is not shot yet. There's no way he's shot. There's no
no.
way.
No, I agree. I cringe too because we think about we still have PTSD from last year when he with the legs and everything. But I put in the jumbotron. I don't know how true this is. It's from at Opta Stats, but it says the Jets last night had 400 yards of offense, 40 minutes of time of possession, zero turnovers, zero touchdowns allowed, 7+ sacks. It says it's no other NFL team in the Super Bowl era has done all of that in a game. I mean,
Wow.
and I know it's the Pats, but that's impressive.
It's an interdivision game. I don't want to hear it's just the
No,
Pats, man. That's what they're gonna do with the Jets win, man. They're gonna be like, oh, it was just this team, it was just that team. Let me tell you something, bro. The Titans are a tough ass defense. The Patriots are tough ass defense. They have one of those ones down over there in New England. His name Gonzo. He's a stud.
Yeah.
They have good players over there in New England defensively. This team played complementary football finally, and every time they play complementary football, they dominate the game. I just want to see them keep doing it. Now, like Sherwood is another one, man. Like, shout out to Dan, man. That's his guy. Like, bro, that guy looks fast with him. Like, I love Cap. I love CJ Mosley, bro. But you can see the difference of athleticism and just the way that they fly to the football way more with Sherwood out there.
We need big man Moses back. I'll tell you that.
Sean, go ahead.
Bad.
How we feeling, Peter?
Besides Team No Sleep, great.
Look, it looked good. This just shows you what it can look like. So they haven't gotten me back 100%, but I'm almost there.
Sean, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I couldn't believe it last night. I'm like, people were in disbelief there. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, disbelief.
Sure. I think
Because
we were at home too.
And Sean, here's what I really saw. The fact that this guy throws the ball where nobody else but even the Conklin interception in the end zone, he threw it to where only Conklin can get it. The defender had no chance. This guy is really special, man.
Wait, which play was that, Petey?
You get to see the pass
in the end zone. Go ahead, Bill.
Petey, did you see the touchdown pass to Garrett? Any other?
That's a pick six. If it's Zach Wilson, it's a pick six.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, the accuracy on that throw, where he put it in the only spot it could be for a touchdown.
Bill, that Mike Williams, drop
foot,
in a few weeks, he ain't dropping that ball.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't even think he thought that ball was getting
defender.
through, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he thought that throw was getting through.
Sean, you don't recall that play in the back of the end zone with Conklin?
In the first half?
I forget. I got to rewatch, Sean. But
yeah, I don't remember that play.
But you can't. I'm not even nitpicking. He just threw the ball where nobody else could get it. Mike Williams, he did the same thing. You just got
a glimpse of what it could look like. So.
Yep.
And I guess our GM isn't an idiot after all, drafting McDonald.
Will season.
Hey, I just want to say one thing real quick. Sorry. Good morning, guys. That Mike Williams throw, that's why I came up. It's not that he'll catch that 3 weeks from now or 6 weeks from now. You got to give kudos. The defensive back did exactly what he's supposed to do. He punched through the hands. So if you guys watch, if you watch it again,
that was perfect coverage.
If you watch it again, you'll see as he's coming down with the ball where it's 50-50 if Williams is going to control that thing coming down. The defensive back just punches through his hands and moves his hands and causes the ball to go. So kudos to him.
Who else came up here? Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Great game last night, man. Rodgers is back. He's progressing every single game, and it's looking nice out there.
How you doing, man? You're new to the space. Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, like you said, though, he puts the ball where only our receivers can get it, and that's why he's special. And it's going to be an exciting season if everybody stays healthy.
I agree. And listen, I know it's New England, but their defense is really good. And listen, New England went toe-to-toe with Cincinnati and Seattle, so kudos to the Jets.
Absolutely. Nailed that.
And I know everybody criticizes Saleh, and so have I lately, but they had some nice adjustments last night. Let's see them do something against a better team, though. I hope their defense looked like last night.
Oh, yeah.
Petey Ramondre couldn't breathe before he went out. He could not breathe.
I mean, they shut him down.
Don't let people move the goalposts on you guys. You know what I mean? Yesterday it was, it's going to be a much closer game. New England's real.
Oh, I said that.
Just go look at mainstream media. Everyone said it, and we came out. And
Not I.
now it's going to be they're rebuilding, they stink, so on and so forth. So can't have it both ways. The
Good
Jets
point, Dom.
the Jets did exactly what they were supposed to do. They were the better team, going into it. No matter what mainstream media said yesterday, the Jets were the better team, and they dominated in every facet of the game. It was
Hey, Dom, do you think Joe Douglas panicked on the Will McDonald pick, or you think that was the guy he wanted?
no, I don't think it was the guy he wanted. I think it was the best guy left. I'm telling you, through I use the word experience, but that draft was not a favorite of most people in the league. There just wasn't a lot of true elite first round talent. There was teams that had only 10 or 12 first round graded players in that entire draft. So I think that he took a position. He gauged where positional value was, knowing that Carl Lawson and Bryce Huff were probably not going to be on the team, and he took the best guy there. I know that if they didn't take him, Detroit was going to in the 20s. Ideally, I think they wanted to trade down and they couldn't. And listen, Jim Nagy, the president of the Senior Bowl, put out a good tweet, and he always supports the guys who are Senior Bowl attendees, which Will McDonald was. And he said, listen, pass rushers sometimes, it takes a little bit of time. He said, this is and was a home run pick the entire time.
Dom, let me just jokes 1 sec. Dom, I couldn't believe I'm looking and I'm like, that's Will McDonald again. He was everywhere last night, Dom. He was
Yeah,
everywhere.
And he played the run well too.
I think I had him. I try to chart when I'm watching the game. Sometimes I get too emotional, but I think I had him for 5 QB hits. I had 2.5 sacks, but I think everyone's saying he had 2 now.
Yeah, they took
Yeah,
half away.
so I had him for 2.5 sacks, 5 QB hits, and 7 pressures. And the Jets, and Peter, you said this before. For as much as we kill this coaching staff, which is well deserved, at a lot of times they should be killed, but they adjusted. And they were prepared and they made adjustments not after the fact, but before the fact. They came in prepared. The Jets blitzed over 39% of the time yesterday. They haven't
Yeah,
blitzed. They haven't blitzed more than 20% since 2021 in all
I
of
saw
college.
that stat, Dom. Dom, the best part and jokes right after this, I'm done. The first series when Quincy Williams blitzed on that, I don't know if it was second or third down, and he forced Brissett to throw that ball out of. I think it was the first third down. Like Quincy
Yes, it
Williams
was.
almost, yeah. So Quincy Williams got pressure, and good. I'm glad the Jets did that. Dom, stay here. Let me just get the jokes.
You got it.
2 things. The Mike Williams catch, if he high points that ball, that's a touchdown. He didn't. That's timing. He'll get that back. I thought it was the best game Hackett's called in like 3 years, and that's with us, with Denver. That was the best game he's called. Um, People are gonna like poo poo the win. This is also the team that upset the Bengals, who just went toe to toe with the Chiefs, and it took Seattle, who I think is a pretty decent team, until overtime to win. This game is a missed field goal and a Mike Williams catch away from being a 34-3 ass whooping. So whoever
I
tries to
agree.
downplay it, I wasn't hearing any LOL Jets on my timeline yesterday. I didn't hear that. A lot of people were fucking quiet yesterday.
No, but
Oh
you know what
yeah,
we did hear jokes. Sorry to interrupt. You know what I couldn't stand everybody from other fan bases and national media, all the guys that want to, same old Jets and hate on them. How many people saw on your timeline the fucking Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh like little thing on the sideline after the
I,
second
I
touchdown?
don't
Oh,
I
this
don't I
isn't
don't
this is completely normal. Or with those
not,
with those scary eyes.
I don't even think they played a complete game yesterday, and they like they played
jokes. I
very well.
agree.
There were mistakes
Jokes.
that they
It
need
should.
to clean up.
Yeah. Jokes. It should have been the score didn't reflect how bad the game. New England did nothing. They did nothing. They couldn't stop the Jets. Aaron Rodgers carved them. Let's
That's it. That's all I got.
He looks better than 2022. You know, this version that I saw yesterday
yeah,
looked better than what I saw in Green Bay.
I know
Yeah,
it's
guys,
one
I was in
game.
a
I'm gonna pump the brakes on that.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say I got to see
Nope.
more, but
All gas, no brakes.
Petey, the arm is the same, right? And the mobility is more than anyone in this room thought.
Yeah, guys, you know, there's not a lot of Patriot spaces, but I want to say 3 days ago I was in a Patriot space, and you know, we're like the laughing stock to them, and they thought that they were gonna, you know, this game was gonna come down to the wire. I actually thought it was gonna be a much closer game. I thought the Jets would win, but you know, this was the Pats have no respect. The whole Pats nation, it really has no respect for the Jets. We're sort of a joke to them, and I don't think we're a joke to them anymore.
no. By the way, Maddie, yes, I'm gonna do this. Who cares? The fucking Jets have finally a 2-game winning streak against New England. You guys can say all last year, all this.
Have I had one since
Oh,
08,
you know,
09?
Yeah.
listen, people can say all last year didn't mean anything. Bro, Maddie, first of all, let me address the crowd situation. It was crazy, but it was not the same as the Buffalo game last year opening night.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
care.
no.
Yeah.
That was apples and it's comparing apples and
I mean,
oranges.
the Rodgers cheer when he came out of the tunnel this year, I thought was deafening again. Like you couldn't hear. That
Yeah.
was
No, it was a
crazy.
really fun night. It was a fun night. The fans, I think, were all. It was a great celebration. But that game last year on 9/11, that was a completely different animal. There was an electricity there that was much different.
Yeah.
But it was still a great. It was still a great night, and yeah.
Let me get to June and Mark because we haven't heard from them yet. June, what do you got for me? Good morning, if you can.
Good morning. Good morning. I mean, what is it left to say, man?
Will McDonald,
I
June.
love,
Acknowledge him.
I love what I seen last night. As you remember, my last statement before we close up the space was, if we want to be taken as a real Super Bowl contender, we have to manhandle this team. That's exactly what I said. I understand. Yeah, everybody thought the game was gonna be close, but if you really want people to sit there and respect you as a Super Bowl contender, you got to blow out the bad teams, bro. At home, you have to. So I love the result. I'm happy with it.
I'm going to take one small victory lap. Last year, I feel like I was the only one who defended Alan Lazard. I said everyone was mad that he was kicking the soccer ball. I came into the spaces and I said, you know, nobody would, if Zach Wilson wasn't the quarterback, nobody would care that he was kicking soccer balls and that he dropped a few balls in the rain. And, you know, it's good to see Alan. I'm just happy to see him, you know, having a productive year so far, you know, just comfortable again and slowly earning his way back, slowly, you know, earning the respect back of the team and the fans.
Hey, a quick question on Alan Lazard. I watched it obviously from TV, and after the touchdown, the first touchdown pass, he ran right over to Rodgers, handing the ball, and then he gave the ball to someone. They taped it. What was the significance behind that? Anyone know?
Probably Rodgers' first home touchdown pass. That's what I'll
This is
say.
his first touchdown at
Yeah,
home as a Jet.
probably his first. That's what I would say. So, guys, good morning, everyone. Jets win. If you guys can subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube, we're streaming live as we speak. Again, that's Jets Commute on YouTube. You know, if you guys could subscribe on that, you know, if you're not around, if you can't get on Twitter, you know, in the mornings, we're on YouTube too as well. So doesn't matter. You can get Jets Commute here or on YouTube.
I just put it up in the gym, Pete.
All right.
Braylon Allen was terrific again.
Yeah, he looks good, man.
Yeah, that kid's got juice.
He's
Yeah.
got
Hey,
vision.
hey Vino, I will get to you in a second. And Vino has been here since, Ant, one sec. Vino has been here. Hey, he's here. Listen, I'm not the guy to taunt people after we lose. I'm not doing that today. I'm enjoying this.
I am
But
Vino built to ass.
stop.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm really excited, man. It was fucking stress free last night. You know, it was an awesome game to be at. I just could not believe what I was watching last night. This guy looked like I saw what Damian Woody tweeted. He said it looks like MVP. I don't know
He
if
was
it's that
running.
case.
I couldn't
Yeah,
believe he was running.
it was good. Benny, go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning, bro. Yo, crazy freaking game, bro. Crazy. I think the two things I want to highlight the most is I love the fact that we didn't go that run pass bull crap again. We came out aggressive. I think we passed the first 5, 6 plays of the game, trying to make things happen. Obviously, we stalled out that first drive, but that level of aggressiveness was huge. Very happy about that. Happy to see a level of Rogers' mobility again. Obviously, that was the first time we kind of seen him get out of the pocket, run for a few first downs. Uh, Again, we don't obviously not that's not going to be the norm, but his ability to do that, get outside of the box, outside of the pocket, extend those plays, seeing that he still has that and still making plays downfield, nonetheless. So that was exciting to see. And shout out John Simpson for absolutely fucking being a dog. That's what we needed, that level of nasty. Everyone, I mean, rightfully so, not a lot of people knew about Simpson, but he's definitely proven himself to this team, the fan base. He brings that level of chippiness that this offensive line has definitely needed for the
Yes.
past
Benny,
how
real
long.
quick to that point, even when Brees got hit on the sideline, like people are going up to people now. Like there's no more we're not Aaron Rodgers brings something to this New York Jets team. It's Aaron Rodgers. It's the contagiousness of number 8. I don't care what anybody says. This is why in the offseason, I was saying even if you get 60% of Rodgers, it's good enough. And
You're getting like 80% right now.
it's incredible. Yes, last night. And one sec, let me get to Vino. Vino, you showed up. I appreciate that. Good morning, man.
I told y'all. Good morning, man. I told you guys I'd be here. About to say, like I told you guys, Aaron Rodgers is still top 10, and the ball placement was beyond excellent. It was pinpoint as far as back shoulder throws and everything, bro. Like they're honestly like even in plays to Wilson, there were plays Gonzalez is right there, and it's only like fingertips, even on the touchdown throw, which it was supposed to be a pick play, and Gonzalez is still right there in phase with him, and yet it's just a better throw. I mean, as far as Gonzalez versus Wilson, I will tell you guys I do believe Gonzalez won that matchup, considering it took Wilson 2 scheme plays to get open. And then outside of that, it was 3 for 23 yards for him. But still, regardless, Wilson got in the end zone, so you can take that how you want. But other than that, I think you guys dominated at every other phase, though. I mean, guys were getting displaced at the line of scrimmage. My boy Godchaw was getting double teamed, so he couldn't really effectively stop the run. And when you guys climbed to the second level, it just showed that we missed Bentley. The missed tackles last night were inexcusable. I've never seen a Patriot team miss that many tackles. It was absolutely horrid.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good
And
point, man.
and
Go
like I
ahead.
told T last night and JP and them, this honestly was the second best quarterback performance that we've seen all year, second to Kyler Murray last week against the Rams. So do with that
Vino,
as you guys
you're
will.
yeah, Vino, you're always welcome in here. Uh, good stuff. You know, not sorry that the Jets have a winning streak now.
It is what it is, brother.
But
Okay, I had 20 years. I had my whole childhood because
I know,
the
bro.
fall off was coming.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? This guy, I had a Patriot fan sitting next to me, and he said something. I've only been a Patriot fan since we drafted the quarterback out of Alabama, and I'm like, since Mac Jones, that's it. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, damn. I didn't even know what to say to him. I just, I was, But
Now,
anyway,
one thing I will tell you guys though, about to say, T was telling me the whole time about how that 2 running back system would be effective. You guys for sure need to use that set more. No
yeah,
doubt in my mind, you have to use Braylon Allen and Brees Hall together on the field a lot more than what you do. Like I don't know whether it's just out of a 2 receiver look or whatnot, but they both have to be on the field, whether you split Brees into the slot or whatever. Because even if you throw him out wide, he's beating whatever linebacker is going to try to cover him in this league. You have to have a
absolutely.
safety out there. So, I
All
mean,
right,
much
Vino,
respect to y'all, but I'm gonna let you guys get back to it. I told you
all
I'd
good.
hop in here. I'm hopping out.
Yep, be well, bro. Uh,
Love you.
real quick, have a great day.
as well.
I see my buddy Carl Binger in here from the Bills. Buffalo would have scored 30. Cool, Carl. That's good. Wow. It's all good. I don't care how you win. Jets are still a new team. You guys got all the freaking chemistry in the world. Well, let me back up a little bit. You still have Josh Allen. So
I will say I thought the split between Braylon and Brees was spot on last night, but I agree with what
it
he
was
said.
like
16-11, and that doesn't include the receptions. That's the carries.
who's next? Anthony, and then listen up, and then Neil. Mark, I want to hear from you too.
What's up,
I
guys?
will. I'm listening. I've got a lot to say, but I'm listening. Go ahead.
What up? What up? No, I mean that was like the first game I ever went to when they went up 2 scores. I knew the game was over. As soon as they put 14 on the board, I said the game's over. Like they had complete control of that game from the start. They played a lot of man coverage. They blitzed a lot. I think that's going to be their plan going forward. Once they get a lead, I think that's when they're really going to start blitzing and going after the quarterback. You saw way more blitzes this game. I don't know if it's because it was the O line situation, but you saw a lot more blitzes. I mean, from setting pressures from different areas. But no, it was a
Yes,
great
Anthony.
win.
Good point. How about the Quincy Williams blitz right on the first
Oh yeah,
series?
yeah. And then what about the blitz they sent? I mean, I know McDonald. They put McDonald on that sack he had. Like I don't know.
I think it was
But
Michael
The
Carter,
Chuck
right, or
Clark
somebody.
timing
Oh
blitz was
yeah,
really nice.
yeah.
yeah. And then last time was just a lot of fun. I got my dad out to the game. It was the first time he'd been to the stadium in like 15 years, so I got him out there.
Shout
It
out
was
to your
great.
dad, bro.
Yeah, yeah. He had a great time, so I was happy about that. So. No, it was great though. It was great overall win. You know, seeing Rogers in person was fucking awesome. And like he looks fast, man. I mean, he looked pretty fast.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah, and I was cringing on one play. I'm like, what do you? And then I couldn't.
oh, when he got hit out of bounds, I was cringing on
And
that.
let me tell you, that guy. I was looking down the field, and then he just kept he picked everybody apart. He was fooling people in the game. He
No, yeah, it was just like surgical, like what he was doing. It was really like even what was it on 3rd and 14? He had that completion over to Conklin, right? Over the
yes,
middle.
yes, it
Like
was a
I mean,
laser.
yeah, I mean, if we had Zach Wilson, they're running the ball there on 3rd and 14 and punting it.
Yeah,
Like they're
and
not taking a shot
and you
there.
know what? I'm guilty of it. I'm sorry. Let me just say this, guys. I gotta stop. I'm speaking for me, and I gotta stop comparing Aaron Rodgers to Zach Wilson.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
it's
yeah, no.
it's
Well, I'm just
it's
talking about
over.
but the play calling is different. And to be honest, they left a lot of points out on the field, so that should give us more, something to be
Agreed.
happy about. Like
Agreed.
I mean, they called some bullshit penalties that stalled the drives. So I mean, they probably would have put up 30.
I agree. Zerline missed the field goal, and
Yeah, they would have put up 30.
it's nice to be happy after a game night, and not be
Oh yeah,
stressed out.
I love it, man. Yeah,
All right,
like waking up in the morning, I was tired, but it was worth it.
there's a ton of hands up. I don't I
All right, go
believe
ahead. Do you
I
guys thing? I'll
yeah.
be
Be
back in
well.
a little bit.
Listen up. What up?
What's up, fellas? Good morning.
Good morning.
Congratulations on the win. I
Appreciate
just I just came up because I had to tip my cap to Aaron Rodgers last night. That was a unreal performance. I agree with Damian Woody. It was an MVP level performance. It was the type of quarterback performance that I haven't seen since peak Peyton Manning. What Jets fans should
Let's
be
see if they do that
excited.
against the Bills.
Well, hold on.
All right,
He
yeah.
won't. He
Hold
won't.
on.
He
You know
won't.
what? You know what, Kicker? You know what? Now I'm gonna do it. Okay. Worry about getting a victory in Dallas. You were wrong last night. You picked the
Bro, y'all
Patriots.
happy about beating the
You,
Patriots,
yeah,
bro, when
yeah.
everybody got the
You
Look at
couldn't beat
you.
the
Patriots
Raiders.
finishing
You
top
couldn't beat the
10.
Raiders.
Come
Wow.
You
on,
better
Raiders
like,
speak
come
Raiders
Raiders.
said what?
on.
Raiders
The
said what
Raiders.
over
Come
there?
All right, this
on,
is
The
gonna go
bro.
on
Raiders.
for a half a minute. So that,
All right, now
yeah.
this is my
Hey,
mute.
Mark.
I want to
Hey,
hear
Mark.
listen up finish. Good
Yeah.
morning.
Good
I'm still
morning,
here.
Mark. Okay.
Yeah, I want to
Listen
hear
up, his
listen
friend. To
up,
make a
man.
Wow,
point,
I can't get blamed for the mute button. Great. Good
that
job,
was
Mark.
me.
Yeah,
Listen up.
I want to hear
Please
listen up.
continue.
Hey, Kicker, man, sometimes you got to tip your cap to greatness. And what we saw last night was greatness.
That was
And the
not
thing that
greatness.
What?
then you don't know football. See, this
No,
is the thing.
no.
What
Hey, bro, I'm gonna let you finish, but all I'm saying is, bro, if they could do that against the Bills, then I kind of, you know what I mean?
Wait. Can they do that against the Bills that you predicted to be in last place now? But now that you're
The
hating on the
Raiders.
Jets,
Y'all go.
now you're elevating them.
Wow,
Hey,
you're
no. But I'm
moving.
gonna be honest with you,
Oh,
right?
all right.
I'm gonna
Let
call
the
y'all the
other guy
top
finish.
three. Hey,
Fuck.
my bad. Listen up. The top three, right? A lot of y'all.
Let listen up. Finish, man. Kicker,
Thank
don't
you.
do this morning, please. I'm
The
letting you up.
Raiders.
Let's have a good space, please. Listen up. Go ahead.
Yeah. And the reason, to Kicker's point, I think they could do it against any team because what impressed me the most was how quickly Rodgers was processing the defense. Like
Exactly.
I heard someone say that they were giving the credit to Hackett. No, that was Aaron Rodgers at the line of scrimmage processing the defense quickly. Because if you go back and watch the video, look how quickly he's getting the ball out. Uh, Pinpoint accuracy. Uh,
Hey,
it,
listen
it,
up.
it,
Can I make one point to that? Even look at the Allen Lazard touchdown. Emmanuel, what's his name? Emmanuel,
Acho.
yeah, he broke that play down, and it was supposed to be a run to the right, and he saw how much the guy was playing off, and he threw it to Lazard, and he made a play. That's great. You didn't bring that up, but what you're talking about is exactly what Rogers did. Continue. That's an awesome point, bro.
Yeah, and that's what should make any like reasonable NFL fan. I don't care if you're a Chiefs fan, Ravens fan, Bills fan, etc. You just had to marvel at the intellect of Rodgers and the fact that he still has the physical ability to maximize his football mind, and that's what you saw. He set the tempo of the game, and he executed. And I mean, we got to give credit to the Jets O line. The Jets O line looks very good. And one thing that I paid attention to, and I'm looking at this as a Chiefs fan because I'm viewing it from the perspective that I could see you guys potentially in the playoffs, is that I wanted to see how Olu, your rookie right tackle, performed once he got in the game. He was flawless. So you guys should be excited. It's exciting that your fan base gets a chance to see that level of quarterback play. And
Correct.
again, I repeat my message to the rest of the fan bases. Sometimes you just have to sit back and appreciate greatness. And we're seeing the end of Aaron Rodgers' career. Even if you don't like the Jets, if you don't root for the Jets, appreciate what this man's doing because we're not going to see another Aaron Rodgers.
No, you listen, man. You just got me all like thinking, man. It's almost the end for him. But listen up to that point, the coaching staff got destroyed in the off season during training camp. Well, why is Fashanu playing right tackle? All right, maybe they were thinking, is Morgan Moses going to make it through? Tyron Smith, we hope makes it through. But hey, this guy could play right and left tackle. So did Joe Douglas? I'm not giving Joe Douglas his flowers yet. Okay, but
Hey, Petey, can I say one thing and I'm gonna move down? For y'all top three, y'all gave up on Lazard. Do y'all see that boy Lazard?
nobody
Hello?
gave up on him. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Nah,
bro.
I
What's
gave up
number
on him. I'm
two?
not gonna lie
What's
to you.
number
I
Me
two?
definitely did
too.
give
I
up
gave
on
up
him.
on
What's
him. I
I'll
ain't
be
gonna
the
lie.
what's
first one.
number
I kept the
two? What
receipts.
is
I
number
was like,
two?
wait till this man gets Rogers back.
I want to hear number two, and then I want to hear number three, and then we'll get to the next speaker, who will be number one. Hello?
Yo, yo, Neil, is it okay if I jump ahead of you? I just need 20 seconds, brother.
Cook me,
Absolutely,
son.
brother. Have at it.
Hello?
All right, all right. Thanks, fellas. I just came up to say Aaron Rodgers looked damn good last night. I was shocked at how mobile he looked. His ass kept getting out of the pocket. I didn't think he can run anymore. So that was nice. The pass rush, Will McDonald, some of y'all owe him an apology. He's balling the fuck out this year. And the last thing I got, I picked the Jets to finish second in the division and make the playoffs. I feel good about my prediction of you guys finishing second because we broke the Dolphins and we all knew the Patriots wasn't good. That's all I got.
Breaking the
First,
Dolphins in week 2 is
Yeah,
just
we broke them
crazy.
already. They're done.
first,
2 out of 3 ain't bad, Lee Sean. I'll take it.
You know who gonna break y'all next week though, right? Oh,
Listen,
Kicker,
relax.
yeah,
nobody believes you, Kicker.
The
Y'all
Raiders.
do though.
uh, Neil, go ahead, man. Neil, who actually predicted Will McDonald would have a sack and a half or two. I forget what he said, but he did say that last night
No,
or
good morning,
yesterday
man.
morning. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. Good morning. Two quick things. First, agreed with listen up, tip my cap. Aaron Rodgers. I think what impressed me with Aaron Rodgers, even more so than his mobility, was the ball distribution, getting the ball out, getting different people, getting everyone involved and engaged early on, building that that synergy with those guys. It was impressive for sure. And the one other thing I would definitely emphasis is one of the hardest things for good football teams to do is beat the teams that they're supposed to do. Like the notion that it's the Patriots and they suck. It's not just beating them; it's how you beat them. And I warned Dolphins fans about this last year, right? Like, don't take these things for granted. And then we go and we let a Tennessee team come into our house on Monday Night Football and practically knock the AFC East out from under us. So like, you don't ever have to apologize for beating a team that's a bad football team. And the Jets were in control of that game the whole time. It could have easily been 31-3, and it's still early in the season. A lot of these guys don't preseason, so a lot of those connections will grow. But that was, from start to finish, a dominant victory. And I would prayers to Morgan Moses. It looks like he might have escaped season-ending injury, which is good news because Morgan Moses is a hell of a guy, and he is a tough son of a bitch, man. Walking off the field on his own power. He's a big bad dude, man. But
Neil, real
congratulations.
quick, he got a really nice ovation when he started walking off. Like the fans really appreciated him last night. Like it, I haven't heard a crowd cheer like that when he started walking in a while, man. So shout out to the Jeff fans for that nice ovation. Sorry
Right, and
about
they
that.
have a nice schedule. They have a nice schedule ahead. I mean, the Broncos. I think the Patriots are a better team from top to bottom than the Broncos. I really do. So, build the momentum, stack the wins early. Impose your will on these teams, and who knows? Then you look what your record is at the trade deadline. And I don't want to put the cart too before the horse here, but you look at your record before the deadline, and if you're a contender, right, and you say, we're one of the three teams in the AFC that can make a move, you go and you scour who's on the trade block, and that first round pick doesn't mean much because you go and make a move to make yourself better. So I think it's early, but I think the Jets, I say Aaron Rodgers looked much better than I saw from the first 2 weeks, and the young players on the Jets, Braylon Allen, Will McDonald, Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, they're all making plays, and things are. The Jets look good early, man. So congratulations. I know that you probably enjoyed a win without biting half your nails off. So enjoy it, and
Yes,
hope everyone
Neil.
has a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, guys. We got the hands up, but it was a nice victory last night. Even my dad, it's crazy. I want to share this with you guys. Before I went in, I went to my dad. I'm like, Dad, I just want to win a Super Bowl before you're gone. And he just looked at me. I'm like, wait, sorry guys, but I'm smiling here. But I said, will you go? He's like, it's too expensive. He's doing the old man syndrome. But he said, I said, do you think I should go? And he just nodded his head up and down. So I hope they make it, man. It's early. I'm not saying the Jets are going to make it. Don't take this out of context, please. But it's nice to have a team.
They're gonna
Listen, we're
make it.
we're 2-1, so let's just enjoy it, guys. Again, if you I'll get you guys up here. Again, please subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube. We'll be doing some different stuff. Some interviews with other people down the road as we build this thing. But if you could subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube, just type in Jets space Commute. Please subscribe. We'd appreciate it. I don't know who's next. I do want to hear from Mark because Mark has been very quiet. Mr. Torres, are you in?
He's
I'm
talking to
here,
Hassan.
Pete.
He's talking to Hassan Reddick. He's going to bring him in here.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks who, well, I'll say one thing. I have so much to say about this, but I've been enjoying hearing our fans talk about this. And if you're a long-suffering Jet fan, like if you've been watching some of the horrid football we've watched for a decade with like 11 touchdowns total in the season, Like the Jets are averaging whatever 3 scores a game now, and you're seeing. I saw a better version of Aaron Rodgers than I was expecting. That's and this is the thing, man. They're not even firing on all cylinders yet. Like they've been trying to. Rodgers said in the post game that 3 teams have been actively trying to take Garrett Wilson out of the game. And today, and Neil said this, and he's right. Like getting the ball to 8 different targets, instead of it just being about Garrett Wilson and Lazard, it's like, okay, well, let's get Conklin involved. Ruckert had like a catch. Mike Williams is getting some targets. The running backs are doing some things. Like they're going to need to be able to do that down the stretch and get a lot of folks to contribute in the offense because good teams are going to take away your favorite weapon. So I like what I'm seeing, man. And listen, this was not mistake-free ball. They left points on the field. The penalties, like they can clean some stuff up there too. Special teams, like
There's
there's
a
still
lot of
some
missed
room
kick.
for growth. Yeah, exactly. Zerline. So it's like, and I'm not, believe me, these are not gripes. I'm just saying they haven't hit their ceiling yet. In terms of this is their most complete game yet of the year, but they're not playing their best football yet. And they're smacking up. And the Pats are not a bunch of clowns. I know folks want to clown it up, but in the run up to this, they beat the Bengals. They took Seattle to overtime. But the other part too is like the rushing attack. We were told, oh man, the Pats are going to play bully ball up front. And they're going to run all over the Jets, and like they're not going to get. It's going to be possession football. All right. Well, they said they didn't want to let him run, and Ulbrich, to his credit, started dialing up schemes. And he had lame ass blitz packages in his first year. They fixed that problem. Like if they need to blitz, they can do it. And then on offense, I mean, what can you say? Like Aaron Rodgers looks better than I thought he was going to look. And this is what when we were saying the Jets were a quarterback away, and there's a lot of talent that they added, but when we were saying they were a quarterback away, all right, it's not just the pure athletic ability and talent of Aaron Rodgers, but also like listen to what he says in the post game. He's like, you know what? Expecting to win is great. We should expect to win. The next step is expecting to dominate. This was a dominant performance against a good Patriots team. Like I still think they're a 7-win team. They're banged up, but I still think they could eke out 7 wins. Um, the Jets are a good football team. They had a great game last night. They're not yet playing like consistent great football. I think that's to come. I think we're seeing a glimpse of what could be this year, presuming health. And good news on the Moses front too. I was just reading an article that he's told that like it's not believed to be a severe injury. They get 10 days of rest, which is great. I want to see Moses back out there. It's great that Vashni looks good in the reps. I want my starting line out there. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm talking a lot. Sorry, go ahead, Pete.
I don't know who's next. Let me get people up here. Uh, guys, just be quick. Listen up. You went already. Let me get to the Jet fans. I believe it's. I don't even know who it is, guys. I don't want people. I want everybody to enjoy talking, enjoy your takes. Just try to be short and enjoy this victory, man. I guess I'll start. Go ahead, Juice.
It's Joe Jet for Life Jones.
All right, Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hello. What's up?
Going
Morning,
on?
Joe.
What's
What's
up,
good?
Joe?
Good. Hey man. Say it, man. We here. We here, fellas. Didn't that defense look wonderful? I think it
Oh
did.
man, he's
Kind of
playing the
remind me of
music.
last year. It's just you know, allowed 0 touchdowns, 7+ sacks. They couldn't do nothing. Then my boy Aaron Rodgers. Petey, where's all that stuff people was talking about? Aaron Rodgers looked gimpy and all that stuff, man. What happened to all that, man? My man ran for like what 2 first downs? He had 18 rushing yards. Nobody seen that coming, man.
Yeah, hey Joe, real quick, you know it was good too? Rogers, you could see Mark, and you brought this up a lot. He was working the refs after those late hits, and you see him talking.
Yeah, yeah,
Roger,
yeah. Like he didn't let
that
none of that
guy
stuff
has
bother
so
him.
much. That guy has so much respect on that football field. It's not
Yeah,
even funny.
yep.
But go ahead, Joe.
But yeah, it's just got a little stuff to clean up. He got to work on his timing a little bit because every time he calls a play or whatever, it's like at the very, very end of the play clock, I kind of like don't like that. He got to speed that up a little bit to give himself more time. Garrett Wilson and I seen a small disconnect with him a little bit. See, like Garrett Wilson's like frustrated a little bit, but that's it's a long season, so they'll get that together. But what I like, I'm gonna make my last point here. What I like, what I'm seeing here from the offense is every week they add something. Like it's like no, we're not gonna give y'all the full offense in the first 2 games. We're gonna keep adding every week. We're gonna keep building. Because the very first play, I said play action, play action, play action, play action. And that's exactly what they did. I said cool. So we're not doing the run, pass stuff. Like that was exciting to see. I'm like, I hope we passed the whole first series and we did just that. I'm like, cool. So, man, I'm excited, man. It actually gave me something to look forward to, man. You know, slowly but surely, I'm off the other guy. You know, I'm the more I watch this team play with,
Don't do it. Don't do it.
no. The more I watch the team, man, you know what I'm saying, and how the offense running, man, the more I don't miss the other guy. So,
Don't do it.
You know what,
so
Joe? Aaron Rodgers was the best player on the field last night. Just say
no,
that.
no
He
cap, no
really
cap,
was.
no cap, no cap. It was the time possession was crazy. I'm like, damn, that looked like week one's time of possession, like but opposite. So, hey, man, I'm excited, man. Next, the Broncos. Then my nervous game. I'm nervous. I'm more nervous about the Vikings game, but hopefully we'll get together. So yeah,
Yeah, that's not going to be an easy game.
no, not at all. Not as easy as I thought because I seen how they did San Fran, and the first thing that Brock Purdy told him was, "Man, your schemes are crazy." And I was like, "Shit." They got good coaches.
All right, we got hands up all over the place. It is nice seeing all these hands, but it's not after a
Mark.
Jet loss. Yes, go
Yeah,
ahead, Pete.
one second, guys. Just wanted to let everybody know it's 8:43 Friday morning, and little tidbit here.
This is Fireman Ed, and you're listening to Jets Commute, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Jet fans, let's rock MetLife Stadium this year. Jets, Jets, go Jets.
Continue.
Jet for
I mean, we
life.
have lots of hands. Yeah, I got you.
Jet for life.
All right, so I got three things. I'm gonna try to make it quick as possible.
What's up, Charles?
What's up? What's up? Good morning. Listen up kind of touched on it. I think his name was Nick, or he touched on it. I never saw this. Like I found myself, and y'all can talk shit about me all you want. I found myself getting emotional watching that shit. We never saw no shit like that on our team. You never saw a quarterback scramble consistently and just dot motherfuckers up. I that was something I never saw before. And it was beautiful. That was football at its greatest. That was what we've been striving for or wanting on our roster for the longest. And then second, I put my foot in my mouth about McDonald. McDonald, he stepped up. He stepped up, and I don't know if the injury even made him step up more, but he's looking like what we drafted, and I gotta say I fucked up and I put my foot in my mouth, and I apologize for that. And people have to understand there was a lot of meat left on that bone. You can tell Mike Williams' timing as far as his jump balls isn't right. You can tell the timing with Garrett isn't right. Those were touchdowns that could have been uh, made, and it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit, and the defense is like evolving. You can literally watch this team evolve like every game. I know people say it's the Pats, but everyone knows what happened. What's been happening in the past. We play these mediocre teams, and we find ways to lose. You can look at Aaron, and this is my last my last thing, and people better watch this shit. You can look at Aaron, and Aaron has that, and I'm not putting him on that level, but damn near he's up there. He has that Mamba mentality to where even though I'm whooping your ass, I'm gonna whoop your ass even more. I'm gonna stomp your head into the concrete type shit while you're unconscious. He has that killer mentality. So me saying that, if shit can start clicking a little bit more, this shit is gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. And that's all I got to say. Enjoy y'all morning. Widow, I still
Charles.
stand on that. I still stand
You
on
want to
that
jump in
sweep,
on this
and it's
point?
feeling a little better
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Charles, I want to jump in on this point about Rodgers and Mamba mentality. For folks that don't think that's true, watch the plays. Watch how he reacts after the Mike Williams like not being a touchdown after some of the plays and they leave the field where he's frustrated. Meanwhile, the Jets are up by two and a half, three scores, and he's frustrated that he's leaving points on the field. Like he wants to put out he doesn't scale his play based off of how good or how bad an opponent is. He's trying to be the best version of himself on every play, every series, every down. He wants all the points he can get, and he's not happy if he doesn't get them. This is the kind of mentality that the Jets need. He's the leader of this football team. The defense is going to start playing better. Watch Morgan Moses like start to fight his way back from injury and like try to get back. Like people are going to get healthier faster. Like it's going to get contagious, and they're not playing their best football yet. I'm very excited. Sorry, go ahead, guys.
Who's next, June? I don't know.
Jones. What up, Jones? Good morning, brother.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Jet community.
Yo, Jeremy, what's up?
What's up? I'm gonna just give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to kind of the unsung heroes of the game that received a lot of criticism this offseason. Titman, ball player, man, a hell of a game from him and AVT and Simpson. That interior, I know the Patriots were down a guy in the middle, but they looked great from the interior. Sad to see Morgan Moses go down, man, because like Bree said, he's the unsung hero. Uh, Shout out to Tyler Conklin and Ruckert. Ruckert finally had a game where I'm like, wow, this guy can play ball. Once he gets those little blocks under control, seems like he's missing a few on the edge, but once he gets that under control, he's playing ball. Uh, Shout out to Sherwood and Quincy Williams. Uh, I was kind of iffy on Sherwood, but he came in and balled. When we get CJ Mosley back, I don't know how, but they got to find a way, maybe on second down to get those three guys on the field at the same time, and
Exactly.
maybe having Quincy, uh, Kinlaw with McDonald, and maybe one of those other guys on edge, and have like a 3-3-5 type of look, sort of. And
Hey,
Good
Jones, just
point.
quick point on what you just said.
Yes.
If this league trajectory where we're seeing teams run a lot, if that's not just a preseason fluke and folks are taking advantage of folks not being in game shape and folks are really moving towards the run, how nice for the Jets to have Mosley and Quincy and Sherwood look effective. Sorry, Jones, go ahead.
you're good. Nah, it's kind of breaking up, but you're right. I agree, man. That Sherwood is just so much faster than CJ. CJ has the mind, but Sherwood is just flying, man. It's ridiculous. And I want to give one more shout out to that the best throw of the night. I forgot what it was, but he hit Conklin on that seam route down the middle. Not a lot of it was over the linebacker in between the two safeties.
It was an absolute
It
seed,
was.
Jones.
It's just funny that the discourse that was the cover two that was going on Twitter and the football world yesterday, and Aaron Rodgers went out there and looked it in the eyes and played ball. And last point, we're seeing more and more of the Brees and Braylon Allen on the field at the same time. Like that is where it's at, man. That right there is where it's at. We've seen it in Green Bay with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon, and they're doing the exact same thing, bro. Like run the damn ball down these throats, get the balls in their hands. 12 to 15 touches between both of them. And the funny thing is about this offense, we haven't even had an explosion from not Aaron Rodgers, but an offensive player. Like I'm talking about like a 120 on the ground or a 120 through the air from a wide receiver or a pass catcher. So it's only up from here. It's only up from here. And people are saying, we missed a field goal and something else, but really if that penalty didn't happen, they wouldn't have scored last night. And that's what more I'm big of. That should have been a shutout win. That should have been 24-0 or whatever. That they shouldn't have put 3 on the board. That's how I feel. But good game. On to the next one.
Yeah, real quick. Shout out to Javon Kinlaw too. He had a nice game yesterday too.
Yo, that's my fucking guy. I told you he's going to be
Drew a holding call. By the way, Mike Williams on that catch on the sideline flexing. He was like basically saying, "I'm back." You know, good for Mike Williams. Let's let him keep getting more snaps. I think the offense will get more better. Even Xavier Gibson had a nice catch from Rodgers. That man, Rodgers just threw seeds everywhere last night. Let's keep the combo going, guys. Again, appreciate everybody. See, this is what's good, you know, about the spaces, not just in here, but in general, spaces, building off of each other's conversation. Go
Hey,
ahead, Drew.
Petey, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to the commute Stephen A. Sanchez.
Hola, senor.
Yeah, what's going on, people? What the hell did I tell you?
Let him. All right, I'm
What
going to let
did we
Hexagon
need
cook
to
here.
do? We needed to dominate. We needed to let them know exactly who the hell they are and who we are. We are not the same. This is not the same, bitches. Okay? Now, I don't want to hear none of these extra fucking fans come up here talking about, but we all know New England suck. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. Yesterday, y'all was talking all this shit. The Patriots are real tough. The Patriots, they're gonna give it to y'all. Y'all better watch out. Y'all can't stop the run. Y'all can't do this. Rodgers is old. Y'all haven't done it. Shut the fuck up. We're here, bitches, and we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going
Yo, you sound
nowhere.
like Chris
I
Rock, bro.
told you what we had to do. We had to fucking dominate. Didn't I tell you who are my keys? Who are my keys? Rodgers and who else? And Williams. What did we do? Williams took points off the board, and Rodgers put points on the board. 8 fucking receivers dissected that defense. What defense was that? That was a good defense? That was a good defense? Get the fuck out of here with all this bullshit. We here, and this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see the fucking the heartbeat of the fucking New York Jets come up and to come up alive. Bitches, we here. We let the fucking nation know, and now they know. Now they're gonna come over here and try to say, but the Pats are this. But man, we made the Pats that. Don't forget it,
Hey,
bitches.
Hexagon, give me a chant. Go ahead.
What the fuck? You want more? You want a J? You want a G? You want an E? You want a T? You want an S? You want a J? You want an A? You want an S? What the fuck do you want? It all spells the same shit. Jets, Jets, Jets.
Wow, they won so much. He's added
Oh my
letters and
God,
shit.
guys!
Incredible. I love it.
Whoever's next.
I don't know where you are that you could be screaming like that, but energy.
You know, if he's actually commuting, his fucking windshield is full of spit.
They definitely gonna need to squeegee or something. Go get you some
Pete,
Windex, man.
I
Oh
can't
God,
tell you who next because I've been laughing so fucking hard.
Yo, I don't know who
you're
could
gonna need some
top it.
Windex.
I
Go to
believe it's Mike or Curtis. Let me get Curtis in, and then Mike.
Hey, that was my boy, man. Hey, pump me up on a Friday, bro. Good morning, everybody. Hey, man,
what's
what
going
we
on,
saw
Kurt?
another day, another beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
What we saw was evolution. That was evolution of this team. I love when Rodgers looks stupid at fucking Salah. Excuse my language. He's making him grow up to be a man, to be a real head coach. He's what the hell you celebrating for? That's only 2 touchdowns. That to me hit me harder than anything else we did. Because now Salah's growing up. He's going to learn to be a coach. He's going to learn how to lead, and not be a cheerleader. That's what I got today.
You know what, Kurt? I like that, bro. I like that. I think you might be right with that.
Who's next? It's Mike.
You said Mike, and then we go to Jim in office.
What's up, Mike?
What up, guys? Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
What's up?
Great win, absolutely. I want to shout out Jamie and Sherwood. I think that guy, he's an excellent ball player. CJ Mosley can take all the time in the world to get back. I want that man healthy too, of course. But I think, to be fair, though, I want to take this win with a grain of salt because I personally thought the Patriots were going to be what they were, what they showed last night. I think the Bengals game and I think the Seahawks game were flukes. I think, yes, they have a good defensive line, but their offensive line is really, really bad. And, until they switch to Drake May, that can give them something a little bit more athletic outside the pocket. I just don't understand why those two other teams didn't essentially, not we dominated them more, but didn't come away with a better scoreline. Um, so I think moving forward, I think just like what the Bills did to the Dolphins, I think we gave the Patriots and their nation a dose of their reality for their season moving forward. But again, excellent win. The Broncos, I mean, we're going to have 10 days to prepare for the Broncos, and we probably only need about 1 day to prepare for that team. So great win. Um, good hearing you guys. I love it.
Thanks, Mike. Awesome stuff. The one and only F and Jim.
My fucking guy.
Good
Jim,
morning, motherfuckers.
there it
Motherfucker,
is.
good morning.
Let's just throw a couple fucking points out of the way. Mark, I don't know if you remember when my bold take was the Jets are gonna match their whole offensive touchdown total from last year, and by like week 6, so that'll probably happen. Uh, Sorry, Bills and fucking Dolphins fans. Your only fucking hope was that Aaron Rodgers fell off a cliff, and sorry, but he didn't. So expect to get your asses fucking kicked. Your only hope was falling off a cliff or injury. Injury could fucking happen. Hopefully it doesn't. We've seen what happens when it does. Because you would have got your asses kicked last year. We got robbed of this last year. Just gonna get better. So fucking just Jets fans, enjoy it. We got a real fucking quarterback. We all fucking knew it. These fans that have one, enjoy it when you got a real fucking guy. Bills fans have a real fucking guy. Not easy to win a Super Bowl, even when you have that guy, but you're in the playoffs every year. I mean, if we get this guy for 2 years, we got to take it. But, when you have a guy like this, I don't know what everybody was fucking worried about. Achilles, this, that. You could take your Achilles dream and shove it up your ass that you were hoping that, 40 years old and, yeah, 40 years old and fucking running out of the pocket, and it's just going to get better. Defense is gonna get better. Offense is gonna get better. So yeah, be on notice. Sorry, just to fucking dash your dreams, other fans. You know who you are. But yeah, let's fucking go because there's gonna be a lot of Sundays like that and fucking prime time, and we're gonna erase all those awful fucking offensive stats right off the books. We don't have to hear about that shit, and just get to the playoffs. We can wipe that fucking stat off the fucking books too. That's it. Jets fans, fucking enjoy it. We got one of the best quarterbacks, fucking healthy and fucking humming. So, yeah, fuck everybody who fucking doubts anything.
Jim,
Let's go.
I want to talk about one of your points. Off schedule Rodgers, which we were told, okay, he's kind of 40, coming off an Achilles. We don't know what he's going to be. Listen, I was saying the day before, or no, day of the game, I'm like, listen, I don't know if that off schedule guy is still there. The mobility, spinning out of the pocket. Listen, now defensive coordinators have to think about, okay, wait a second. Rodgers isn't going to be purely a pocket passer. We need to contain him in the pocket because if he's able to buy a couple more seconds outside the pocket, he'll dice you up.
Yeah, we
And
know
he's
it.
got no problem scrambling. This is a real problem if you're a defensive coordinator. There's two things if you're a DC watching this game. I'd be very upset about. The first being off schedule Rodgers. Keep his ass in the pocket, because if you can't, he's going to find somebody downfield. This time it was Conklin. Like big gains, big chain moving plays. And the other part, 8 different guys catching the ball. This is not a one-trick pony offense. It's not just shut down Garrett, shut down the Jets.
Yeah,
Like he's going to find other players.
Mark,
Yeah, Jim.
it's everybody. Everybody is a fucking target. And we've seen that from this guy his whole career. One thing, like if I'm Salah, I do not want to see Aaron Rodgers do, and I wanted to fucking throw my TV. He threw that pass to Lazard like to the left side and he ran like another 10 yards. You know who was down there? Aaron Rodgers. I do not need him to fucking follow up a play. You throw the ball. Once the ball is caught, fucking don't even move. You want to run out of the pocket to escape and throw a ball, I get it. But when you complete a pass, I do not need him running downfield to throw a block.
That shit. Hey, but that fucking shows you what type of leader. I saw the play.
I get it. I get it.
And he
But
was fucking running down the field looking for a block. He was like, I'm
no,
gonna block.
no, no.
I'm gonna
I
fucking
do
block
not need
somebody
Aaron
else.
Rodgers
Leader of
doing
this
that
fucking
shit.
team.
Holy
I'm the
shit,
leader of
man.
this
This is
fucking
Jim.
team.
This is
I'm the
topping you,
leader, and I'm
Jim.
gonna lead this team to a fucking victory. There's no fucking way in hell you lose it. Who I gotta block? I'll block. I'll fucking throw. I'll catch it. I'll do whatever the fuck it takes. I'm 40 years old, and I don't give a fuck.
All right, someone
Go
needs
ahead,
some
Jim.
decaf coffee. Wow. All right, I stand corrected, I guess.
Jim, you
God
did you
damn.
Jim, you sound either under the weather or you didn't sleep.
Under the weather. I didn't
Yeah.
sleep much, but under the weather.
Yeah, everybody's getting
But
sick, man. Feel better, man.
you know, I could rewatch that game last night and instantly feel a lot better. But no, I don't need Aaron Rodgers running downfield after completing a pass to whoever and throwing a block. Just fucking stay there and strut up to the line and fucking throw another fucking dot. That's all.
Yo, you're
Jim.
right, bro. You're right, bro.
Oh,
When I
thanks
saw
again.
my adrenaline was fucking flowing, bro. I was like, yo, I'm looking at fucking Rodgers. I was like, Rodgers, get the fuck out. What are you doing? Rodgers fucking hit somebody, fucking hit himself. Oh man, I was loving it, bro. I was fucking loving
Oh,
it.
Jim,
Don't you
we
fucking
have.
Jim's
love it?
petty.
You gotta love
Oh,
this thing.
all right, I want to get to office, Jim. We have watched so much shit football. We deserve seeing this, man. Let's enjoy this win. Outstanding. Office, go ahead. Good morning.
Morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
We're doing
Pretty
wonderful.
good. Did you like what you saw last night?
I did, man, and being able to participate with y'all throughout the week, some of my things and a lot of everything y'all been talking about really came to fruition for you guys, man. I'm really happy for the Jets community. I think you guys know your football team up and down, man. And look, you went from one of the worst quarterbacks you could have ever had, any team could have ever had, to one of the best quarterbacks, and it's paying off big time. I mean, look, Robert Sala ain't his coach. Even Devin McCourty said that. You know what I mean? Keep him away. Like the one man said, you just stand over there with your shiny head and you cheerlead like a good little boy, okay? Stay out of the way, buddy. You're about to watch the master continue to go to work. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I expected him. He absolutely went to work on the New England Patriots. That first week win by them was just, we got a new coach energy, dude. They're not, no. And I'm happy to see y'all be able to wipe the slate clean from the past and move on and be this level excited. The man's so excited, he's got run on sentences. I love it, man. And it's fun to come in here and get to spend the morning with y'all. Well, yeah, man, look, you guys are going to be a formidable opponent. There is absolutely no doubt about that. No doubt. I'm happy for you guys, really. I like it.
Appreciate that, man. I
Thanks,
think
Wolf.
if the defense can start to take shape and take
Yo,
form, and how about Will McDonald's performance, which is very
wow.
nice. He's got what, almost 5 sacks.
No. He has what 5.5.
Everybody was a football player on the Jets last night, man. Every
Yeah,
single guy from A to Z. You're 100% right, brother.
they're playing. I mean, they're playing real football, and this is their first complete game, and they still left plays on the field. They still had some laundry on the field. But Rodgers, I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Mark.
That's the best version of him I've seen in 2 years. Yeah.
You remember how I had said
my
that?
man's point, about offense's point, how Rodgers went to Salah. You know, they were trying to make a big deal. How he went to Salah. They both spoke about it, right? But that shows you the leadership in Rodgers, right? That Salah was always talking about double-digit lead, double-digit lead, double-digit lead. So he went right into Salah's fucking grill, pushed him, and was like, there you go. You got your double-digit lead. Now get that defense out there and show me what they can fucking do. And they gave you 7 fucking sacks last night, bro. That and that's the leadership that I'm looking for. Like he went straight to Salah and he like pushed him away. Like, yeah, nigga, you was always talking that shit, right? Double digit lead. Right, there you go. You got it, nigga. Let's give me what the fuck we want now. Let's get some sacks. And we gave it to them, bro. That's what the fuck we need, bro. That type of leadership, bro. Like he's not fucking settling for shit, bro. He is going for the jugular. He wants to fucking stomp on you, bro. He reminds me of Kobe Bryant one time. Rest in peace, my brother. Kobe Bryant, one time he walking through the thing and the sweater like, man, why you not happy, bro? You up 3 games to nothing. He's like, did we finish our team? Did we win 4? Did we move on? Did we win the championship?
Wow, this guy's on a
What you
roll.
all about? What you all about, bro?
Hey, Petey, I
That's
sure
what
hope he
Rodgers
works
here
from
for.
home.
Yeah, Hexakim, man. First of all, guys, Jeff fans, come up and talk. I want to hear from you. I need energy, all right? Come up. If you're at work, I understand, but Jeff fans, get up here, join the conversation. Let's enjoy a win. You know, I'm going to act like we've been there before because it's one win, all right? But I'm enjoying this victory big time, all right? There we go. Chris coming up. Thank you, Chris. Mike F., go ahead, man. Hello, Mike. Mike, unmute.
Okay,
There you
okay.
go, man.
All
What's
right,
up?
buddy. Good morning, guys. We're very excited, man. It was a great game, and like we were all saying, they left a lot of plays on the field, But if I think as each week goes by, you're going to see this team really gel. And I was even impressed that he played Braden McGregor a lot on passing downs, when the game was still close, and he even mixed in Leonard Taylor a little bit, so I'm really happy he's getting these guys in there, and I'm just so excited. I mean, it was a great game, and I wanted to go last night, but I owned a couple of race horses in New York, so I had to go to the track. But I'm definitely going to be going to a couple some of the games. I heard you were there, my friend, right, Pete? But the crowd, they said the crowd was crazy last night, right?
Yeah. I'm going to, from being at a lot of the Jet games in the past 30 years, it was very exciting. Don't get me wrong, but I just think Jet fans weren't used to that. So it wasn't a nail biter. So I don't think the crowd was as crazy as the Bills game, but it was definitely electric. There's no doubt about it. You
Right.
can't, I'm not going to say, oh, was this, it was loud. Trust me, it was loud. But,
Right.
like, hey, the Bronco game may be louder. The Bills game, shit, may be louder, but it was a great atmosphere, nevertheless.
Yeah. I'm so psyched. I'm looking to get tickets for the Denver game. Definitely, the StubHub or whatever. But
Mike, if you
definitely,
need tickets, I can get them directly from the Jets, but you can only get them to the certain zones of where you sit. But hit me up
yeah.
offline. I'll
Okay. You're
I'll
the
let you know. All right.
you're the man, pal. You're the man. Really appreciate it. And let's go Jets, and let's enjoy this win. And everybody have a great weekend.
Thank
You
you,
too,
Mike.
man.
Pete, for the folks that are local to the stadium, if you can get to the game, please go. Like this may be, you're going to be watching the best quarterback the Jets have had in like more than a decade play professional football. We saw a glimpse of it last night. I think there's still some meat on the bone. Like you're going to want to see this shit live. I guarantee you the folks that were there, they're not going to forget this game. Stomp on the Patriots at home. Like it was an
Yeah, don't miss
outstanding
nothing.
performance. Don't
Yes, Mark.
miss. This doesn't
Mark.
happen. Like, how often do you have one of the greats as your quarterback and you could see the performance live? Like, if you love football, don't miss this. Don't do that to yourself. Go
Mark,
ahead, Pete.
real quick, it was one of the best rides on the way home. There was no like bickering. I go with 8 people, my dad, everybody. It was a great ride home, Mark. There was nothing, Mark. You couldn't complain about anything. Even if there was traffic, you couldn't complain. That's how good last night was. Let's keep the
And
combo going. Go ahead,
you
Texican,
guys
real
are
quick.
talking
Yeah,
about
stay glued to this
and
shit.
you guys are talking about
They winning.
leaving meat on the bone. It was those back shoulders that two of them that were missed by Wilson, one of them by Williams, and then the touchdown in the back end. Yo, you can't stop those freaking back shoulder throws, bro. Once they get those shits locked, bro, which he loves them, I think they're unguardable, bro. It's like you gotta be frustrated as all hell if you're a cornerback and your focus is this guy's route and making sure that this guy doesn't burn you, and then all of a sudden, he turns around on you and the ball is right in his hands. I mean, it has got to be frustrating as all hell, bro. But once they get those locked down, like my man said, with the timing, oh man, those are unguardable, bro. Those got to drive you insane.
Dude, he coined that back shoulder throw when he had Jordy Nelson. He's the evolution of that. He's the best ever at that shit. You're right.
Chris, go ahead, and then we'll
Hey,
get to J
Chris,
Mick.
and then we got J Mick. Can't wait to hear from J Mick. Go ahead, Chris.
Morning, guys.
What's up, Chris? Good morning,
Good
brother.
morning.
I was going to say, great win last night. Hopefully, that everybody that went had a good time. I'm sure you did, Petey. Real quick, I want to know where the Will McDonald haters are at. Where are they at this morning? I don't see a whole lot of them on the timeline this morning. I'm keeping receipts on all the Will McDonald deniers is what I call them now. Because I mean, I don't know if anybody in here knows who leads the AFC in sacks right now. I'm gonna give you a hint. His name sounds like Will McDonald. So I'm keeping receipts on everybody that said he was a bust last year, because when this man has 15 sacks this year, y'all know where to find me on this timeline. But
Bro,
that's
bro,
all.
bro, I don't even eat
Hell
McDonald's.
yeah, say it loud and
Yo, I
proud, Will
don't even
McDonald.
eat McDonald's, bro, but I ate McDonald's this morning in honor of my man, bro, for real, bro. And I'm gonna go buy some McDonald's shares in the morning too, bro. Yo, respect the man, bro.
But in all seriousness, great win. Everybody played well last night. The role players on this team continue to play well. Lazard looks like a new man with Rodgers. The offensive line is playing great. The whole D line looked good. I mean, I thought a couple guys had nice bounce backs last night in Clemens and Tack and all of them played really well. So got to keep it rolling. Maybe Reddick will show up now because he has literally no leverage in the world now. So we'll see what happens. Have a great day, Petey.
You too.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Wait, Mark, Mark, Chris,
Yes, Pete.
the Will McDonald people.
They had Jacoby Brissett looking like ass cheeks.
Whoa.
Office doesn't even get the joke.
Wow.
Office, chill out, man.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even hear the joke. I
Okay,
spoke
so
out of
this is
turn
Chris
completely.
asks,
My
"Where's the Will
apologies.
McDonald people?" You hear this guy?
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Hey, Petey, that sound like Shannon Sharp. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Maybe that
All
was
right,
a
can I pivot
All right,
here? Can we get to J Mick?
J Mick.
J Mick, good morning.
Uh, and good morning to the space, PD, June, Mark, and everybody listening.
What's good with
I
you,
mean,
Jay?
I'm good. I mean, personally, like, so first I give y'all credit, like y'all DC. I'll start on y'all defense first. Like y'all DC, I mean, I knew that our line was hurt, and he just blitzed the hell out of it, and we had a lot of young guys, and they just, I mean, I don't blame the line all the way. It's kind of on Jacoby too, because Jacoby just did not recognize where the blitzes were coming from. So I mean, like it's like for me, it's like a 50-50. It's 50 on the line, 50 on the quarterback. But I mean, your DC did the smart thing. I mean, like he knew that our line was very like young and like, and they're not really that good. So I mean, like he blitzed the hell out of them. So I mean, like, you got to give him credit for that game plan. I mean, offensively for
Mm-hmm.
y'all. Watching A-Rod last night, that was like A-Rod from like 5 years ago. Like that's not like I expected to see that at some point in the season. I just didn't expect to see it that early. And I mean, like because like I watched y'all first two games. Like he wasn't really running around like that in the first two.
Right.
And making like all platform throws like that. He wasn't doing that. So when I was watching the game, seeing him do this, I'm like, well, this is different. This is something I haven't seen this season yet. And
Well,
he
this is
was
a
great.
problem. This is gonna be a problem. That's what you're
All right,
saying.
Hex,
This is gonna
hold
be a
on.
long
Let J-Mick
night. This
finish
is
this
gonna be
point,
a
please.
long night.
But I mean, so I mean, like A-Rod is good, and I'll just say, like, if A-Rod is that good, a lot of defenses is gonna look bad against A-Rod if he looks that good. That's just it, it
J
is what
Mick, J Mick, real quick, were you stunned? Were you shocked, stunned, or you? Give me your overall assessment, real
I
quick,
mean, I
on
was more
Rodgers.
shocked by our defense, to be honest with you. The offense has had its struggles, so I knew the offense was going to struggle a little bit. My thing was with the defense, the amount of missed tackles. Like I think we had 13, 14 missed tackles, and they hadn't shown me that in the first two games. And so I mean, like they were missing easy tackles, and it's just like when you have a team that's less talented than the team that you're playing, and you can't make mistakes like missed tackles. I mean, Mondre fumbled and just like not picking up blitzes on the old line. Like when you start doing stuff like that, you're not gonna, I mean, you're not giving you're not giving yourself a chance to win or I mean, even be competitive in the game. And so, like after about the first maybe after the first quarter, halfway to the second, I was like, yeah, this is not for my team. This is not happening for my team tonight. But I mean, the Jets played great, so I mean, like you can't really say nothing about that. Like they played a great game last night.
And Peter, you know what flies under the radar? They activated Leonard Taylor, and he got his sack just like that. Love it, love it. Ground, what's going on, brother? Good morning.
Good morning. Listen, I said last week, Aaron Rodgers getting hit in that last game did a lot for his psyche, and you could see it. He looked
Yeah.
he looked like normal back there. You know what I'm saying? Like whereas the other weeks he just looked kind of timid, but man,
Mm-hmm.
like that's a really good win right there, man. Like I get like people are gonna say like you beat the Patriots at their worst, and okay, that's fine. But yeah, that was a dominant win, man. There was no doubt left in there. The offense didn't turn the ball over once, whether it be an interception or a fumble. We're talking the ball security is just phenomenal. I mean, Rodgers looks friggin' amazing. He also looked like he had some mobility. So, this narrative that he was going to be completely immobile. I think he kind of, wiped that away. Like I would say, I wouldn't call him mobile, but like, he had good pocket awareness and he was able to make plays with his legs when it was needed to. He didn't have to stay in the pocket like an Eli Manning or a Peyton Manning or something like that. So he was able to use his legs and the offense, man, is in rhythm. And I mean, like, isn't the Patriots defense pretty good? Right? They're not the
No,
They
ground.
are. Jay Mick just
Yeah,
said it.
ground. We're gonna get excuses though that Jawan Bentley was out. We'll get picked apart.
Well, last week we had DJ Reed out. I mean, like it's just the NFL, man. Players you're gonna have injuries,
Mm-hmm.
man. Period. Next week we might not even have Morgan Moses. It looks like probably right,
No, he's not gonna play. He's definitely not playing next.
but he's not out for the season, right?
Let's
No,
hope
no,
and
no, no.
let's hope he's not, man.
He's not out for the season, but he definitely won't be
Well,
playing
I
the next
think they'll
game.
probably do an MRI today, June, just to play it safe. So
Mm-hmm. But you know what? Even if the MRI come back in favor, you're not gonna play him the next game. It just wouldn't be wise
No,
to
but
do that.
what's the what right now? What is it? Just a knee injury? Is that all
we
that
don't
it
know.
says?
Moses says he don't think it's too severe.
I can tell you what I read about it, which is that they said on the field, like on the spot, they said that they didn't believe it to be severe. They are doing an MRI today. Do they sit him against Denver? Look, you have Fashanu. So I would just be on the safe side, start Fashanu against Denver at
Mm-hmm.
home. give Moses an extra week. And look, if you're serious about being a
Mm-hmm.
playoff team, you're going to need these vets to play 20 games.
You need
Like,
him healthy.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So,
Hey,
Hey
June.
Mark,
Wait, hold on a second, Hex. June,
my
Yep.
bad.
how about your boy Tyler Conklin?
Yeah. Listen, you know what Rogers did last night? He did a lot of things that people thought he couldn't do. You know, the saying is he doesn't pass over the middle. Well, he was passing over the middle. He
He
was saying
did
that he can't run.
everything.
He's running. They said he don't pass the tight ends. He was passing the tight ends. He was doing a lot of shit that people say that you know that he normally
And that
they
Mike
say that
Williams corner of the end zone, that was a touchdown. Mike Williams dropped that, man.
it really was. I don't even know how he even
Oh, I wanted him to have that so badly, man.
Ground, can I make a point to that real quick? So ground, even on the the Lazard, not the Lazard, the Mike Williams pass in the end zone, only Mike Williams could have caught that. The one,
yeah that was
the
crazy.
incompletion to Tyler Conklin in the end zone in the back, only Tyler Conklin. This guy puts the ball wherever. Ground, you said it a lot in the offseason that we have Aaron Rodgers. This guy completely dissected that team and his ball placement. It's ground. I don't know if there's a better thrower. I mean, I know
I
Tom
said it
Brady.
last week.
I
I said
mean,
it last week. I said
it
he's
was
the
just
best passer in the league. And
Yes.
I'm telling you, pure passer right now, he's the best passer. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback, and Allen's the second best quarterback. Fine, I get it. I'm not. You're not going to get a fight from me there. But pure just passer, that's it. I'm telling you, it's him.
Look, listen. Call it favoritism or bias, whatever. But I'm not ready to sit there and say that Josh Allen is better than Aaron Rodgers.
And
I'm
they were
sorry,
all
I'm not.
spirals. They were all like beautiful. Oh my god, it was beautiful. Yeah, it was like being Morpheus yesterday, realizing that fucking Neo's the one. That's how fucking phenomenal he was yesterday. Yeah, call me fanboy. I don't give a fuck.
all right.
Hey,
You don't
Think
Fez,
about it,
understand.
dude.
They didn't.
That
They didn't.
touchdown pass is a pick six by anybody else.
that's
That
a
touchdown
fact.
to the corner is a pick
That's a
six
fact.
by like 27 other quarterbacks, dude.
Not even.
You guys would have steamrolled at least 18 other teams the same way last night. The Jets are rolling with Rodgers. 27 for 35, 270 yards, and an 82 quarterback rating, dude.
No,
Fuck
no,
82.
yeah, I'd be slapping
Can I
these.
say
no,
something
no,
real
I
no,
quick?
no,
guess
no,
that's
no,
what it
no.
just
I
said.
think the quarterback
It
rating
was
is
That
a
like
could
hundred.
be
over
wrong.
100.
yes,
He threw for
QBR, I mean.
he threw for 281 yards, and he quarterback rating was 119. I think
yeah.
it was.
Guys, real
Not
quick.
one.
I'm
Not
Jim,
one
sorry.
three and
Sunday
out.
Jim,
morning
Not
real
QB's
one
Jim, real
wild.
three and out
Jim.
yesterday.
Yeah,
Not
guys,
one.
real quick, ground. Jim, say your thing real quick. I want to get to Vezo and Meta because they haven't gotten
Okay,
in here.
guys, real quick, and this goes for you, Petey. Guys, we know what Aaron Rodgers is. Stop. I know we haven't seen it as a Jets quarterback, but we know what he is. He's accurate. He
Jim, there
knows
Yeah.
was a lot
everything.
of doubt.
He's
There was a lot of doubt, Jim, with
no.
this
There
team.
wasn't doubt from me.
I
Against
get it.
some
Me
Jets
Me
fans,
neither.
there weren't. There wasn't doubt. But guys, we know what he can do. He's accurate. He improvises. He audibles. He does all this stuff. We've seen him do it for 20 years, for 18 years in Green Bay. Like he's our quarterback now. It's not a surprise. It's a surprise just because we haven't seen it. But don't make it like it's surprising. Like look what he can do. We know what he can do, but he's doing it for us now. Fucking just enjoy it. We know how good
Mhm.
he is. We have one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league on our fucking team. Just enjoy it. It's not a surprise of what he can do. We know it. We've been
Facts.
watching him do it
Yes,
for fucking 18 years already. Just fucking
awesome
say,
point,
you
Jim.
guys are fucked. We got him now. And he's
All right.
fucking just as good as he's ever been.
Hey, hey,
And I
Jim.
get, listen,
Hey,
and I get that John Simpson isn't fucking Quentin Nelson or John Hanna, but he's a massive upgrade over Tomlinson so far.
what
Agreed.
is he? It's not even
Jim, we
funny.
know what Aaron Rodgers can do. Speaking of what it do, what up, Vezo? What it do?
Vez, what up, brother?
Fellas, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Yes, sir. Happy Friday, man. Hey, look, it's not payday for me, but I'm walking into work like it is. That's how I'm feeling today. That's how I'm feeling. Hey, but look, hear me. So, two things. So, first of all, um, I want to say, I don't know if Lee John is in here, but he took heat all summer.
Yes,
Or he
he
speaks on
did.
Will McDonald all from everybody. The
Where
fan
is he?
base, other fan bases also. I don't know if he's in here, but shout out to
Yes,
him
shout out to
for
Lee
standing on
John. He
business.
did. He was a Will
Shout out
McDonald
to him
guy.
for that.
Yes.
For sure. For sure. That's the first thing. The second thing, I remember last year everybody was freaking out when they went and they beat the Patriots that last week of the season because one, they thought we were gonna miss out on a top 2 tackle. We still got him. And two, I'm gonna tell you right now, getting over that hurdle last year, I think that also equated to how they played last night. Getting past that mental part and just knowing like we are way better than this team, even when we were not what we were last year. We're not that this year, right? Just getting past that, like I think that had a huge impact on how they started fast last night. I really do. So I'm glad they did that. And on top of that, even though the defense has taken a step back so far this year, the fact they're playing complementary football and they're gonna win games is a big thing, especially for Ulbrich. I think that at this pace right now, this might be the last season that we have him as a DC, and I'm okay with that. But just appreciate it now because right now, if we continue to win and we continue to step up like this, I think he's gonna get a head coaching job next year. So that's all I gotta say. But just I'm glad we got it out the way. Now hopefully we can watch Jacksonville beat the Jags Sunday, and then
You
we'll be
mean
back in it
Monday?
because
The
Jacksonville
Bills
it's a
Monday night.
Monday. My bad. It's a doubleheader. I forgot, but it's a must win for them. So don't be surprised if it's at least a close game. Like they're gonna make them sweat. I really think so. So that's all I really got though.
Yo, shout out. Yo, my man was right. Yo, shout out to Lee John, bro. Lee John was taking daggers and bullets from McDonald and the
Yeah,
base,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he was. Shout out to him for sure for that. Medic, good morning, man.
Yeah, I'm at work. Let me get back to you guys in a few minutes.
Yep. Jet Georgia, good morning. Yo. Hello, Jet Georgia.
Yeah, hey, can you hear me?
Yes. What's up?
Hey, what's up? It's so good to be chatting in an optimistic mode this morning. How about that? You mind if I tell a
How
quick
about it?
story and then make a couple points?
Sure. Is it a Jet story?
Oh, yeah, it's a good one. October 17th, 2010. My wife has given birth to our firstborn, and it's 4 minutes to go, and Mark Sanchez is leading a game-winning drive. The nurse comes in and says to my wife, who doesn't care about football, hey, it looks like a close game. Should we push? My wife's like, nah, we're going to win this game. So that's Sammy Tyler Sherwin, born 14 years ago. The kid has never seen what offense looks like, and he's a diehard Jet fan. He loves football.
Mm.
And watching the game with him last night was just, it was something. I mean, we had Vinny and we had Brett Favre and Pennington. My kid's never seen anything like this before. It was incredible just to watch someone who suffered and doesn't even know what good looks like watch one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game play. And as a dad who knows that the start of him came from my wife saying, let's watch Mark Sanchez lead a game-winning drive was pretty cool. That's the cool. But here's the
That's a great man. I'm speechless, man. Go ahead.
It was incredible watching my wife say, nah, let's watch, the Jets gonna win this game, and then Mark Sanchez actually led us back. But here's the fear. I mean, our expectation at this point, this is a team whose ceiling is Super Bowl. On paper, Joe Douglas has built a killer roster. And it's not just a killer roster. There's only one spot that's irreplaceable, and that's number 8. Anybody else goes down, we can still win. Here's my fear.
Who said that at the beginning of the year? Thank you.
Listen, it's obvious. It's common sense. Here's the thing. There's a mistake. We need Aaron Rodgers to learn from one mistake he's made in the past. And that was in a playoff game, and I don't remember the specifics, but his head coach, that LaFleur guy, he made a bad 4th down call in a critical playoff moment that cost Rodgers a chance to go to the Super Bowl. The lesson Rodgers has to learn is he's the head coach, he's the decision maker, not Saleh. And as long as Rodgers continues to be the decision maker and ignores head coach when he feels like he needs to, the ceiling's the Super Bowl. If Saleh is allowed to make offensive decisions, I fear this thing's going to end like it did for Green Bay a while ago. That said, optimism only, this is the best looking team we've probably seen since Vinny in '98, and we just got to sit back and enjoy it. Thanks for letting me chat.
Good stuff, man, Jet Georgia.
I think Rodgers would pimp slap him. I think Rodgers would pimp slap Salah.
Let's hope.
All right, well,
I think that's what
who
that.
Let's
cares
hope when
about
push
that?
comes.
I could care less about that talk yesterday too. Like he said what he said, Salah, and Rogers, confirmed it. And I'm sure folks in the media are going to freaking spin it, but
It's cool, bro. They won the football game, right? Like you said, man.
We got to
Charles,
keep
go
winning.
ahead.
That was just Rodgers letting them know that he's in charge.
Amen.
Charles, what's up? Good, awesome take, Jet Georgia.
Hey, yeah, I'm in the country. Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
All right. So he kind of touched on it a little bit. The guy before that altercation between Robert and Aaron was big for me. He's telling Robert gets a little giddy at times to where he gets so excited and want to hug like the battle is over. If you look at Aaron, the look he gave Robert, like motherfucker, we still in the trenches. This battle is still going. We're not finished. And the look on Robert's face was like, damn, he's right. What the fuck am I doing? I need to stay focused. That man is basically instilling that killer mentality in Robert. Robert doesn't have that. We know he doesn't.
Well, duh,
But
Robert
that
ain't never won anything. Your quarterback had
but
to
I get it.
remind
But I
him,
get it
nigga, we're in a ball game. Relax.
exactly.
I love it.
But
Preach.
that's really big for Robert. He that it was almost awkward the way he looked onto the field, like he was looking at Aaron, and then he just said, "Yeah, that motherfucker right. Let me get my mind back
Jalen
right."
should have did
These
that
are
shit to
big
Nick.
things.
That's what you gotta do
Yeah,
sometimes. You gotta tell a boy,
yeah, that
chill. Just chill.
yeah, these are big things that's happening. The Mike Williams catch that he didn't catch in the back of the end zone, that's big. Just take little pieces out of these games. Listen up, touch on it a lot. I love his takes. But these are little things that's happening throughout this season that we never saw before. And I said it at the beginning. We're doing things. You're going to see things that Jets fans have never saw on our roster be done. The Conklin, the Fashanu pick. You see all this kind of playing out. We didn't need a tight end because we never knew what Conklin was because we didn't have a quarterback to take advantage of that. Rucker doing little things. You got Brees Hall back there. You got Braylon Allen just bulldozing motherfuckers. So I go back to what I said at the beginning of the season. At a certain point, and I don't care what no one says, at a certain point when this shit click, it's going to be a pick your fucking poison on this damn offense. It's going to be pick your poison. You have too many weapons out there to where who you going to cover? And then when you throw into the back shoulder fades with Garrett, with Mike Williams, with Conklin across the middle, with Brees in the backfield, Braylon Allen manhandling motherfuckers. I'm telling you, this can get really exciting real quick. But I'm sitting back this season and I'm just watching this shit play out. I try to keep my emotions out of it. My emotions got into it with the Will McDonald thing because he got manhandled so badly that game. And I get it's the 49ers and all that other stuff. I apologize for that. I'm going to just sit back and watch this shit play out because I think it has a chance to be a beautiful thing this season. Just sit back and watch our team evolve into a contender, a true contender. It won't be no fake shit. It will be a true contender that we're watching because what I saw yesterday, I never saw before.
Charles.
I never saw
Hey,
this before.
Charles.
PD.
Yo, T, real quick, let me just say something to Charles. I know you were optimistic in the offseason. We finally got a quarterback that can play. Let's hope it lasts for 2-3 years. I hope two. Get him through this year. Just enjoy it, man. It's a treasure to watch what we watched last night. We deserve this, man, and it's early. He's gonna have a bad game. He's gonna be off,
PD.
but do what you got to do, Charles. Enjoy it. Yeah, T, what up?
I ain't gonna lie. I told all you Jet fans that you need to calm down. I told you you had to give him some time. And I told you that I put on FanDuel that we beating y'all ugly asses in the Super Bowl. So right now, everything on my end look pretty good. Um,
But yeah, I'm praying for Moses. By the way, that was very sickening and disgusting. I ain't gonna lie, that kind of scared me. That's how I went down on my basketball injury in high school. That shit looks scary. Not even gonna lie. So I'm praying for him. Other than that, though, your offense looked fucking good. I can't believe I'm saying that shit. I can't believe I'm saying that shit. Mark, y'all look good.
Yo,
We're
T,
doing
can you
Dude, you
do
look
yo yo
good.
yo T? Can you do an honorary Jet chant?
No, fuck no. I ain't doing no. Hold on now. Relax now. No, 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 no. We
All
ain't
right,
doing
T
all that
T
now.
T. Let me
You
get
can
this.
you can get verbal praise, but only chance coming out of this, mighty mouth of God is EAGLES. You know what the fuck going on? Stop
Oh
playing with me.
gosh, yo, T, I appreciate. Stay here, man. Let me get to Medic and Terrence.
Go
All
ahead.
right,
I'm hitting the ball.
Jet fam, what up? Oh man, don't do that, Medic.
Good morning, fellas. How we doing today? It's been a
Good
minute
morning.
since I've been in the spaces. So, just want to say it was a good win yesterday. I actually was comfortable sitting on my couch watching it. I didn't feel any nervousness, which was nice for a change. I just want to hopefully all these Bauer people put that to rest. I've been praising Conklin since he came here. He's a good tight end. Let this man play. I was glad to see Taylor in there. I've been clamoring for him to get in there and play. There was all around good offensive play. Like it was like I didn't know what I was watching the Jets. It was crazy. It's like it felt like I wasn't watching my own team. So I'm hoping the rust is coming off slowly and we're getting better each week. So hopefully Moses comes back. If not, set him out for another week. I think Olu looks really good, and I'm glad we got him. Thank God. And let's just keep rolling. Have a good day, guys.
It felt good though, didn't it, Medic?
You too,
You
man. Have a
too,
good day,
Medic.
brother.
Thanks. Vince, let me just get Terrence in here because I know he's at work. What up, T?
Yeah, thanks, guys.
What up, brother?
What's
Oh
up,
no, I
guys?
was just saying.
Yeah,
Todd T, you can't hear Terrence. Drop
yeah,
Oh
and come
no, let
back.
me drop. All right, I got
yeah.
you.
Bet.
So thanks, T. Yeah. So what can we say? Like I'm just to me, number one, like I was of the opinion that Rogers couldn't scramble anymore, and it looked like I don't know what he did. Like I don't know if he took Geritol or whatever, but basically he basically showed that he at least has some escapability, which is
He's
going to
a bad
man. Yeah.
man.
Yeah, but that's the first reaction I had watching the game, that that he scrambled and got that first down when we needed it. So I mean he could still do that. We don't want him to do that often. But anyway, overall, yeah, I don't remember, maybe during the Chad Pennington years where I just saw somebody just operate an offense, and they were showing it to you in the highlights how he looked one way to draw the safety over, and it just opened it up so he could throw it to Conklin a couple of times. And that's what our quarterbacks for the last like 10 or so years could not do. And probably a lot of average NFL starting quarterbacks cannot do that he can. And to me, Rodgers, to at least yesterday, showed me that he could be better than his last year at Green Bay, because that looked pretty good to me. And the line was good. I loved the Brees Hall combo. Like and it's great. The one thing I believe the reason why the offense stalled a couple of times is they just don't have anybody right now, in my opinion, when it's inside the 20, that like Garrett Wilson and him they have to be in sync. Because they need somebody that they can just go to when it's like when they're at the 15-yard line, and he could just throw a pass to. But I think that's going to come. Again, Will McDonald played great. I mean, we were in control the entire game. The only thing I was worried about is, with all the dominance we had, we were only up 14-3 at halftime. And, but it was never in doubt after that, after we shut them down in the first possession of the third quarter. And that's fine. But definitely, I think as the weeks go by, I'm hoping that offense really clicks. And you saw it. Mike Williams looks like he's definitely getting better with each week, and will be at least somebody that defenses will have to worry about. You got Lazard, and because of those two, I think Garrett Wilson will be operating a lot more in the slot in some packages, and we'll see how it goes. But we got 10 days to really be excited about this, and then we got to play Denver, and I just hope I hope we can get to the Bills at 4-1 and see where we are. Because obviously the Vikings are going to be a good test because the coach, he's making Sam Darnold look like a professional quarterback, and so that's a well coached team. Plus the defensive coordinator, so that's going to be a test, and that's not a gimme. But and also, and we'll see where Denver is. Maybe Zach Wilson will be playing by then.
Hey,
But yeah. Anyway, that's it. What's up?
nah, I was gonna agree with you, Terrence. People got to realize also, Garrett Wilson has went against Ward, Sneed, Christian Gonzalez, and Pat Surtain next week. All right, I don't see him getting covered by these guys for the rest of the year.
Terrence, we have overs I found in the binder. This one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to Herman and see.
Well, I'm on the.
All right, that's courtesy mute.
Yeah, sorry. He thought I was just.
All good.
I'll talk. Yeah, he didn't know I was on the phone because I'm just walking around the halls as I was talking to you. Yeah. So to me, I just Aaron Rodgers will make Garrett Wilson a better wide receiver, an elite wide receiver, and I just think it's a matter of time. Uh, and that's it. But yeah, definitely. That one play to Lazard at the 10-yard line where he just did a quick pass to him and he just muscled his way in. I just think we got some pieces. The line is good. Now let's just hope Moses' injury will be something he can recover from by the time we played Denver. He did walk off on his own, so hopefully it's not very serious. But then, if he's out for a couple of weeks, we got our man that we drafted, and we should be okay. But the concern would be if it's an extended period of time, and then you have to worry about Smith whether he'll hold up on the left side. But anyway, great game. There's a lot to be excited about, but basically, to me, it's been a long time since I saw somebody wear a jet uniform that basically ran an offense the way that Rodgers did. And to me, the way he played, like he played like a top 5 quarterback, and that he's still capable of doing that. And if he can continue doing that throughout the year, we're definitely a playoff team. And then once we get to the playoffs, if it continues on this trajectory, then who knows what happens once we get there. Thanks.
Good to hear from you, Terrence. Vince, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Vince.
2 Jet wins in 5 days. That's just something I didn't think I was gonna say. A couple things I want to just touch upon. So, obviously a great win defensively last night. Listen, we've seen it. Any NFL team has a chance to beat everyone. The Raiders took down the Ravens last week. Atlanta came back against the Eagles. So you can never underestimate an opponent, especially in a division game. Listen, that offense put up 39 points over 2 weeks, 23 against Seattle and 16 against Cincinnati. They had 185 and 170 yards rushing. Last night they put up 3 points and ran for 78 yards. I don't care how bad the team is. That is something to give them props for with that defense. They really shut down that offense. Offensively, I couldn't believe what I was seeing out of Raw. I thought I could could see a quarterback, and then I really realized I saw a quarterback. But offensively too, listen, last week 24 out of 32 teams only put up less than 24 points. 31 out of 32 NFL teams put up points in the 20s. The only one that put up anything more was the Saints when they put up 40 again. So, we probably left some points out on the board, a couple things you could have done better, but, we're still 24 points, still a very, great performance. I think the last two things I'll say, don't think for a second that Denver is not going to be a rivalry game. Let's not forget about what Sean Payton said about Aaron Rodgers' best friend. Don't think for a second that Rodgers isn't going to think about this game as a prove it game, as a I got Hackett's back type of game next week. So I really expect another, really good performance from him. I think the last thing, I don't know if you guys have touched upon it yet, though. John Simpson. I mean, we've heard all about it. He's a holding call. He's this. He's that. What the guy is a son of a bitch that we needed on that offensive line. I mean, we saw it when Brees. I could have done without the penalty, but in that situation, didn't kill us. When Brees took that penalty, that 15-yarder, he got right up there in the linebacker's face. That's something we haven't seen in a long time out of any of our guys. Just someone that's going to stand up for our players. I think Rodgers instills that into everybody to have your guys back. I think it's very important to have guys that are protect each other on the field. So, just a really great performance, and I'm curious to see what happens with Moses. I did read that Moses doesn't think there's any structural damage. I think Mike Garafolo put that up last night, so hopefully it's just something that maybe a week and he's back. He's back in London.
Vince, I'm not going to take the Broncos lightly. The Jets got to keep it rolling. Start.
I gotta be honest, Petey. That team is so bad offensively. I mean that Bo Nix cannot complete a pass. I'm not gonna take him lightly. I think Vegas is gonna put us at least an 8 to 9 point favorite, and I think we win by about 2 to 3
I think it
touchdowns.
may be. I
Personally,
think it may be over 10, man. I didn't look. Can anybody check real quick?
What are you
Uh,
trying to figure out, Pete?
who what's the spread of the Jets Broncos, the early spread? I don't think I'm sure it's out, but
it's 8. It's
okay.
Jets by 8,
So I'm wrong.
which I would jump all over.
Vince, always appreciate you, man. Good stuff. It's nice to be positive once in a while, isn't it, guys? Over a win we don't see much of. I see my buddy Tanad came up. Good morning. Give me a second, guys. Again, please subscribe to Jets Commute on YouTube. Jets Commute is also, we have a charity that that we're giving back to cerebral palsy. I don't have the thing up yet,
I'll
but
share it.
go ahead, Mark.
I'm going to post it up in the Jumbotron, but a few words on it. Our charity of choice is Cerebral Palsy Foundation. I think every hour an infant is diagnosed with cerebral palsy, and so we've partnered up with them to get a specific link from our community, so that money donated from our community goes right to research, goes right to supporting folks with cerebral palsy. So I'll go ahead and post that link in the Jumbotron now. And thanks in advance of your support of the space. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, Jones, and then I want to hear from my buddy Tanad. Jones, go ahead. Hey, I see last night. I know I was kind of scared when Rogers was staying in, but I really was thinking that they're trying to get that connection to hit with Garrett and Rod. Like you could see it. They're trying to make it click, and it doesn't help. Christian Gonzalez is also a great corner. He really travels. That boy is nice. I didn't think he was gonna be that nice coming out, and especially after an injury. But that dude is nice, man. He's a
Uh,
top five, bro. He's
bruh,
elevated. He's a
he's
top five.
nasty.
That guy.
He's nasty. But Garrett's got Sertan next week. Like his hands are full, and like Roger said, they're doubling him and Lazard, Conklin. These guys are getting the goods because of Garrett getting doubled. He's gonna eventually face a bad corner or average cornerback room, and he's gonna be able to get off. And the last point, the defense. Whatever they was doing last night, they need to stick to it with the blitzing, the random packages. What about the safety blitzes from last night? It was Chuck Clark.
he was coming from like 10 yards, 15 yards back, disguised it perfectly. I don't see Bo Nix reading that next week. Only QB that might be able to read it is Josh Allen, and even if he doesn't read it, he's the only one that's big enough to break a sack from a defensive back. But I want to see them keep doing that, man. Sending pressure up the edge, sending Quincy Williams, sending Sherwood. When CJ Mosley gets back, maybe send him since he's the slowest of the three. But they have to. It's looking good, man. And with that being said, Reddick should be licking his chops. Like, if he's seeing Will McDonald do this, Reddick has to know that I will be I will be eating good if I go play here. My pockets will be good. Like, just get him in the building. I want him out there for the Broncos game so he can be full ready to go for Buffalo. Simple as that, man. We have to be all hands on deck. We need to have Morgan Moses back. And shout out to Olu Fashanu. He got in and held it down. He got in and held it down last night. I like that he was able to get in when the game was necessarily out of hand and he wasn't just getting thrown into the fire at the start of a game where he can be exposed. But he looked good last night.
Jones, you know how long Morgan Moses is out for?
Nah, I don't know, but
Or are you concerned? Just
I'm a little. Yes.
I'm concerned because arguably he's been our best offensive lineman to me. But it's just the fact that we were rolling. And when you're rolling, you want to see that five stay together. Simple as that.
Uh, C Web, before I get to you, let me get to Tanan. Hey, man, good morning.
Good morning,
no worries, man. Good morning.
fellas.
Yo, speak,
What's up?
preach.
Listen, man. You already know I'm excited, man, because once that game was over last night, I had to text you, bro. Listen, now, I love the way the team played on all three sides, special team, offense, and defense, okay? But I felt like we left like 14 points on the board, man. Like those passes from Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson, there were three of them that I thought were like automatic connections. But for whatever reason, Aaron Rodgers ended up letting the ball out of his hands early. But I'm like, these guys are going to figure it out. And once they figure it out, with everyone else gelling and clicking together, you know, Mike Dub made a couple big plays, and you could tell like he's just getting more comfortable within the offense. Aaron Rodgers is always going to spread the ball around, and to be able to see him, give these guys an opportunity to make plays. We're talking about everyone that was on the field last night basically caught the ball and was, they had a chance to make a play. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from the offense, and the defense finally, like showed me something now. I'm not as high from what the defense showed me last night because we did play a team, that to me doesn't really have weapons. So I want to see, what they're gonna be able to do when we play the Vikings in 2 weeks. I'm not overlooking the Broncos at all, okay? But I want to see what they're able to do against a team like the Vikings, you know. And after that we have the Bills. So those are the teams that I want to see how well they play against because they're going to put pressure on us, as an offense. But listen, I can't complain, man. Aaron Rodgers was looking surgical last night. Like the joy that was on my face watching this game last night, fellas, it was like, wow, we really got a fucking quarterback. Like this man literally his first incompletion, which shouldn't even have been an incompletion to me, but it is what it is. But everything that he was doing last night showed you why we went out and got him and showed you why we've been excited as a fan base, you know. And I heard you guys bringing up, him scrambling. I was a little bit, like, oh, why are you scrambling? But the more I saw him move around in the pocket and outside the pocket, I'm like, oh yeah, he's feeling good. He's feeling good. Even when he got hit, he got right back up a few times. It was just like he's getting into the rhythm, of like playing football again and seeing live action. It's only getting better, man. Like my heart woke up this morning like, wow, Aaron Rodgers really is on the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been guys. It's Tanan. Good to hear from you, man.
Pete,
Always,
can I say
brother.
something on this? Tanab, we have
Sure.
been watching so much schematically lousy football, and I know you know ball, and now we're seeing Rodgers operate from the pocket, get multiple weapons involved, create off schedule, make checks at the line, exploit matchups. Like this is when the Jets signed Aaron Rodgers last year, we all thought this was the sort of football we would see. It just took a year
Yep.
for us to see it.
Yeah, Mark, and to that point, and C-Web, just give me a couple more seconds. To not even on the play where he changed, that was supposed to be a run, the Lazard
Oh, the
touchdown.
one to Lazard, yeah.
Yeah, he audibled out of that, and he checked the play, and he threw it to Lazard, and Lazard made a play. Like that's chemistry right there. And
Yep.
you can, you could see it with Lazard and Rogers. He's elevated Alan Lazard again. And listen, most Jeff fans were out on Lazard. He was brutal last year. But insert Aaron Rodgers, it's a whole different ball game. So,
Yeah, that was the big difference too. Like, starting off the game, you saw last week. First game he dropped that third down pass. Then it was more of a struggle. Then last week, you saw him come through. But Aaron Rodgers is always gonna go to him, man. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like the more he plays with Aaron Rodgers, after that first game, like the butterflies are gone. Like him playing in New York doesn't really matter anymore. He just out here, to just make plays, and I love that. Aaron Rodgers trusts him, and we know he's going to be one of the guys that's going to help the offense, elevate. Obviously Mike Williams too, Mike Dub, like he's still trying to get his way into like being in better shape, after tearing his ACL last year.
yep.
So the last thing I'm going to say is this, man, the O line showed me a lot last night. Hopefully, um, what's his name is okay.
Morgan
Morgan.
Moses.
Morgan Moses. Hopefully Morgan is okay. He was able to walk up under his own power, but I love what the O line showed me last night, man. Physical. Shout out to John Simpson. He's
No
not
doubt.
allowing anybody to bully his quarterback. But yeah, great team win last night. Great team win.
Awesome, Tanah. Good to see you up here, man. C Web, go ahead.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's amazing how much better it can look when you can dominate in the trenches and how much it makes it easier for your skill positions, everything, coaching, play calling. Yeah. Um, yeah, I kind of was intrigued by the Morgan Moses thing, and how do you think that's going to affect continuity on the offensive line? Does that affect kind of the gelling of the offensive line? And Aaron Rodgers looked phenomenal last night. Um, I guess my question is, we know Aaron is great. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Great. How sustainable is that? That's kind of the hopes and prayers of all Jets fans. Is can he stay healthy? Can the line protect him against the better defensive lines, against the better teams? And you obviously can't play scared. Just is that a concern? And
Uh,
I'm not trying to throw shade.
no,
Just an
C,
honest
come
question.
on, C
Yeah.
Web.
Yeah.
I've known you for a while now. You're good, man. I'm concerned, but I mean, just keep him upright. You, C Web, you know what impressed me the most? Because I don't want to elaborate on this too long. You could see Rodgers dancing in the pocket. That's old Aaron Rodgers. And
Yeah. He had a lot of confidence
he
last night.
scopes the field. Like he sees the field. You think, I don't want to bring him up. You think Daniel Jones and Zach Wilson see the field like Aaron Rodgers? No way.
I don't. It's not even that. When a quarterback has protection and has confidence, they play completely different.
Correct.
Whether they're good or bad, it doesn't matter. They at least they act confident, and they're gonna take shots. They're gonna actually play like they want to play.
Correct.
They're not gonna play scared and have PTSD out there.
C Web,
You
happy Friday to you, man.
Happy Friday, everyone. All good.
And yeah, go
And,
ahead.
and
Keep.
thoughts around Morgan Moses and Olu Fashanu. Like, how long do you think? Well, you guys
Uh,
aren't sure how long
yeah,
Olu
I'm not
might.
going to speculate on the
Okay.
injury. It might. I hopefully it's just a sprain, and he's out.
Hmm. Did they
Two.
say what it was? Ankle, knee?
No,
Knee.
I think
It's
knee.
knee. Let
It's
me
a
tell you
it's a
what.
knee.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you what we heard. What we know so far, and I think he's getting an MRI today, is that like day of, they said they thought that he avoided the worst in that injury, and then he's getting an MRI today. So, I mean, and he left under his own power. Like he went to the sideline on his own
That's good.
power. So we'll see what's there. But and listen, man, in the draft, I wanted a weapon for Rodgers.
Yeah.
That said,
This
listen,
is
if you
why you have
can't,
Olu.
and if you can't get the weapon, guess what? Like, get a great insurance policy at tackle, and they'd have it in Fashanu. And I think, honestly, listen, man, I think even Carter Warren would have been. Look, this line play is much improved. The pass pro is much improved, and a lot of this when you have a quarterback like Rodgers who's changing protections, is able to get the ball out fast, like they
Yeah.
can get into a flow. He's making the line play better too. So
Right.
they're good,
Mark, I
man. They're
think to your
playing good
point,
football.
Mark, I think to your point, if the offensive line can play average to above average throughout the season, you guys have a shot every game. It
They're going to
completely
be in every
equalizes
game,
everything.
man. They're
Yeah,
going to be in
it
every
equalizes
game.
everything.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mark. Hey, Mark. You know about offensive like schemes and whatnot. What about that new scheme that they were showing where they run a guy in motion? Either it looked like most of the time it was a tight end. They were running him in motion and then use him as literally like a lead fullback, right? On those running plays.
They're doing that to create mismatches on one side of the line of scrimmage. So they're adding an extra body to help out in the run game, which is they're doing a lot of things. Listen, man, I know Hackett's been in big trouble when folks are saying, well, Rodgers is the OC, he's the brains of the operation, and look, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, Hackett isn't holding these guys back. Like, he's actually the personnel. We were worried about the personnel packages. Like, oh man, is it going to be like, is Hackett going to shoot this offense in the foot? Like, that's not what I'm seeing.
Hey,
I
Mark,
think I think they're going to play even better football. Yeah, go
when
ahead.
you have someone who's able to execute and see defenses and change things up, it makes the game so much easier, and the offensive coordinator looks so much better.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, Tanan. Mark, even the immortal Solomon Thomas was in at fullback for a play yesterday, and Rogers had
Really?
to move.
That's great.
Yeah,
I thought he
yeah.
was gonna get a handoff.
So did
And my
I.
son was screaming, Petey, when he saw that. He was like, "Look, that's a defense. That's a
But
Solomon. He's a
by the way,
fullback."
we may not have a backup right tackle in next week, Mark, for your information.
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's listen, if he gets the start because Moses is hurt and is thrust into a starting role, great.
Yeah.
He looks good. He looks good, and look, Morgan Moses is a made man. He's effective in the run game. I love his attitude. I think he's brought him and John Simpson, man, great pickups. If you're a Ravens fan, man, and you're seeing these two guys operate, you got to be frustrated. I don't know how you're not because this
Mm-hmm.
line is looking like a great unit.
Especially the way the Ravens
Our
line has been
general
playing.
manager was a fucking idiot, dog. Our general manager fucked us giving those guys away, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
wild.
Idiot. Eric
you
DeCosta.
can't
Fucking
you
moron.
can't keep everybody. So,
But you got to be mad the fact that they
I
gave
get
up
that, brother.
Moses though, because they gave up Moses for what, a fifth round pick,
sixth, I think.
6th round pick.
Yeah, we got rid of the whole right side of
Makes
our
no
line,
sense.
dude. Now we're stuck with a 18-foot tall scarecrow in Falele. You know what I mean? Like we're fucked,
Filele.
bro.
Oh my gosh. Hey,
Motherfucker's 20 feet tall, dog.
Tanad, are you
He
here?
can't even move.
Yeah,
Tanad,
I'm here. I'm
you
here.
know who we do have? We have green 19 and blue 58. You heard?
Yeah, right.
John Simpson's a bulldog, yo. He
All right,
ain't backing down from nobody. I
I
promise you.
usually close at 10, but there's hands up. Santucci, I'm Medic and Buckeye. I haven't heard from Santucci yet. Let
You're
me.
not closing on time today, man. It's Friday after a victory. Tell your
That's
job
that.
they could hold on for another hour.
Uh, I expect a parting gift, man, from you because we all need to make money here. Uh, Santucci, what's up?
What's going on, everybody?
What's up? How about Aaron Rodgers that you talked about in the offseason that you were excited about, that you weren't willing to say, oh, this and that. You couldn't wait for him. How about that, Santucci? I remember you in the offseason. Go ahead.
Man,
Talk to me. Talk to me. Please.
my
I'm fucking hyped, bro.
respect to everybody in the space. My voice is kind of gone from doing all that yelling yesterday, but first thing I want to say is everybody owe Joe Douglas apology. I'm still on the Joe Douglas train. I still believe
Me
in the
too.
moves that he made, and I'm still standing alone on the Joe Douglas train. I believe that we should sign him to a long year deal. But yesterday was a good game, y'all. Like on a short week and being banged up on defense, offense. Can y'all hear me? My voice sound like it's breaking.
I
Yeah, we
got
Okay.
you,
got you.
man. Keep going.
But it on a short week, the defense, we stepped up. I mean, they could have laid down, but they stepped up. They played a full game. Seeing Aaron Rodgers sit in the pocket, man, I haven't seen a quarterback sling the ball like that for the Jets since, I mean, Fitzpatrick, but I don't even think he slung it that good, but he slung it good enough. But seeing everybody get touches, I mean, everybody wasn't big on the Mike Williams signing, but I was big on Mike. I believe in him. I counted Lazard out, but seeing the way we click, we look like a team that's destined to go somewhere. Now I know it's early, but I love the fact that chemistry is coming, and every week it seems like Aaron Rodgers is getting more confidence in the pocket. He was taking licks and he bounced right back up. He was running fearless. That's the Aaron Rodgers I want to see, y'all. That's the Aaron Rodgers I was telling y'all about in the summer. It don't matter how old you is. When you have that dog in you, you just got it. And that's what a lot of quarterbacks are missing is that dog. But I mean, great team win. I love all y'all family support. I got to get back to the office, but respect to the space, PD, June, Mark, everybody in here. I see a couple of the favorites in here. Love y'all family and Jets. Go Jets.
No doubt, bro. Have a good Friday. Happy weekend. Enjoy your weekend. We don't have to worry about the Jets on Sunday. Got a nice little break here. Yo, shout out to the Jet fans. Shout out to the other fans in here. Mr. Negative's in here. AA Ron. Who else is in here? Let me look down here. Chris from Manhattan, what up? Our buddy Nikki, N Paz, Bill Fon, JP, what up? Vezo, Rusty, hello, Rusty. Good to see you. Who's next? Mark or June? I don't know.
We haven't heard from Ghost yet. Ghost, you want to jump in?
Guys, let's just talk now. It's the room. It's Let's just get back to combo. We're good.
What's going on, Mark? Pete,
Yo,
What's
June,
up?
what's up,
Buckeye?
Ghost?
What's going on, brother?
Que
Ghost,
pasa, my
I
people, man?
que pasa contigo. Hey, Ghost. I think
Yes, sir.
was Jacoby Brissett seeing Ghost yesterday?
Oh, man.
Well, he didn't throw enough. He didn't throw enough.
He didn't throw enough. He didn't throw enough. But last night was just what we expected and what we hoped, and we got it. We got Aaron Rodgers getting first down after first down after first down after first down and moving the chain and moving this offense. This is one of the most beautiful things I got to witness after the beating we gave to the Tennessee Titans and then obviously this beating we gave to the Patriots. Obviously, that O-line that they had was terrible. We ran right through them. We had like multiple sacks on the quarterback even after the fact. And obviously, this movement and these important passes to one Tyler Conklin. Shout out to Tyler Conklin, who was an absolute animal out there out in the field, as well as Mike Williams, as well as Garrett Wilson, as well as that 1-2 punch with Brees Hall and Braylon Allen, who have been sensational. That's what I'm hoping to see against Denver. That's what I'm hoping to see against Minnesota. That's what I'm hoping to see against Pittsburgh. That's what I'm hoping to see for the remainder of the season. But I was very, very happy, Pete, beyond happy to see this offense the way that it played last night and to get a very nice 2-1 right now. This was fantastic. Obviously, it was just one of the things that we were hoping for from Aaron Rodgers. So very pleased by that. And I'm hoping that this O-line can stay healthy. But obviously, I'm more worried about Moses. He got injured with the knee. So I'm hoping to hear some reports back to see if he's going to be able to come back this month or the next month because that was horrible to see him on the ground like that. So, and I'm glad that Olu stepped up. And I'm very happy we drafted another O lineman because had we not, we would have been having this conversation a little bit differently. So shout outs to Olu for holding it down. Hopefully Moses is okay. But other than that, it was a very nice victory to have against the Patriots.
Ghost, good takes, man. Good to see you, man.
Hey,
You
P,
know,
before you go to medic real quick, yo,
what's up?
I've never seen a solid defense blitz as much as he did last night, yo.
Yeah, they were all over the field. And man, it looked like Will McDonald shot out of a cannon last night. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm looking
Yeah.
because, listen, I couldn't. You could sometimes at the game, you got to refocus because you're trying to watch everything. Like Tanad, for instance, I'm switching points here, but when Rogers was hitting Conklin and all these guys, I was looking down the field because I was trying to see what Garrett Wilson was doing, and then This guy just dissected the whole field, bro. It was a
Yep.
masterpiece last night. Sorry about
I
that.
got
I
two
don't want to go
things.
on. Yep.
I got two things for this. So to nod to your point, like we know what the Jet defense wants to do. Like they want to rush four and drop seven and make it so that, quarterbacks have to throw into that coverage. Like this is, and they want to create pressure, even though they're just rushing four. We know they want to do that. I think they understood the assignment and said, you know what? Like, and in the run up to it, I was thinking, I'm like, man, are we going to see more single high looks, even zero looks? Like, are they going to blitz a lot more and run blitz because they know that Stevenson is the real threat in the defense? And if you can force Brissett to throw, like it could be tough for them. And knowing that the Pats' game plan was run the ball with Stevenson, like they want to run out of jumbo sets, they want to bounce it outside and force cornerbacks to try to tackle Stevenson in space. Like the Jets just put a stop to it. They said, you're not doing that. Like your point
Correct,
about them
Mark.
leaving points on the field and it could have been a shutout, like without the flags and the rest of it, they got to clean that up. But you're right. So I want to say that. Number two, and I don't work for whatever, Amazon Prime. I like watching Prime Vision. I watched it the whole time in that game because you could really see like more of an all 22 view of what's happening. I wish more networks would do that shit, man, because it's a really nice way to watch the game
Hmm.
and see the whole field because you get to see. I mean, the cameramen show you Rogers and some stuff, but man, when you see it live from a wider view, man, he's incredible. He is a
Yep.
great, like, he's incredible to watch, man. I haven't seen quarterback play like that. He's one of the last greats in the league. Like, he's so good. Like, I can't. All right, I'll shut up now. Go ahead.
Mark, I'm disappointed you didn't realize Solomon Thomas was in that fullback. Next question.
Oh, I missed it. Wow.
I actually
Sorry.
caught
I'll
that.
work
That was
on
awesome.
it.
Uh,
Yeah, man, he was right there.
Medic, go
Listen, I
ahead.
just I just want to touch on a few
Yeah.
things I was trying to get out earlier. So kind of forgot. I love C.J. Mosley. He's awesome. But since he's been out, I mean, our linebacker core is just sideline to sideline. They're everywhere. The speed obviously is there.
Yeah.
It's C.J.'s a great player, and Sherwood's been unbelievable. He's still a good. Just as good a tackler, I think, as C.J. Just got more speed. Obviously, he's younger. So it's been great to see that. I think our defense has changed since CJ's left, and unfortunately, I hate to say that. And as far as McDonald's, can we just kind of put this whole thing to rest for right now? Everybody talk about how bad McDonald's going to be, and I don't want to hear it. I've been a McDonald's fan since they drafted him. Granted, yes, they drafted 15. Everybody thought that was the worst thing in the world. This man's on the field now. He's able to size up his competition because he's playing more. Now he can kind of learn what they do, and he can do what he's got to do and learn how to beat these guys. If you're not on the field consistently, you can't get that continuity. The man was in like every so many downs per game. That's just not how it works. So now he's able to eat. He's sized up his competition and he's just going at it, and it's amazing to see. He's on track to get like 15 sacks this year. So let's keep our fingers crossed that happens.
Yeah, let's hope Will McDonald, what's there, 14 games left? He can get,
Yeah,
let's just say he can get 6 more sacks. That's, give me
and
6 sacks
6 sacks, and he's
and
got
some
pressures, and
pressure.
every time
Yep.
there's a gang sack, he's right there in the mix. Like he's right there with them all. So it's fantastic to
Yep.
watch, And the whole thing with the whole Rodgers, we don't have a wide receiver group. As long as we have Aaron Rodgers, we have a wide receiver group. You just saw last night a surgeon dissect the defense. Everybody said Patriots defense was supposed to be pretty good. I don't know. I don't follow that team. I just go by what I see on the field. And he made everybody out there play. He hit tight ends. He hit wide receivers. Him and Lazard, it's a whole new ball game with those two out there. And he's just getting everybody involved. And as long as he's mobile enough to do what he did, and he can keep himself clean, and the line stays healthy, hopefully Moses comes back. Like this. We have a wide receiver group. Aaron Rodgers elevates wide receivers. So if you can catch a ball and you can run, he's going to give you the ball, and we're going to have some good times this year. So I just want to touch on that.
Hey,
Agreed,
Medic.
medic. Great
Not,
points.
not only
Okay.
that, Garrett Wilson only had 3 catches last night for what, 35 yards.
I think he had more, to be fair. I think he had 5. Let me look. But
Nah, hell no. Hell no, he did not. 5?
hold on.
Mm-mm.
Hold on. Let me look. Sorry.
I don't think he had no
Uh,
more than 4, if that. I really think he had 3.
5 for 33.
5 to
One
33?
touchdown.
Yeah. So you're talking about your number one receiver not even being a big, like, of course he was a big factor, as far as the touchdown, but he really didn't get the ball the way that number one receivers, usually do. And for your team to be able to play that well offensively, That's a major plus. You can't ask for nothing better than that on a day on a night like that.
Agreed. Buckeye, go ahead, man. What's up?
Yo, one thing on Moses, it doesn't matter what anybody's saying. And so if Salah comes out today or any point until that MRI is done, the MRI is what you guys like. Everyone has to wait for. Like I've torn
I don't
everything.
trust what Salah say anyway.
It wouldn't
With
matter though.
injury.
I'll be honest. I've torn up everything, and doctors will get you an X-ray. It doesn't show anything, and then you get the MRI, and they're like, "There it is. There's the tear." So hopefully it's fine. We need that big man. Second thing is I really like the camaraderie of the dueling fan bases, so they could call New England shit. We can call Arizona shit, and that's the beauty of it. What I think is going to happen really quick, and it started last night, the negativity of our own fan base, leading with that and trying to be right just by negativity, which historically has worked as a Jets fan. I think it's going to like cease and desist this year. I think if you don't know the names, if you didn't know the names on the back of the jerseys, right, you wouldn't think Garrett Wilson's our best receiver. He hasn't even gotten in this mix. We all gave up on Lazard. I don't remember anyone that was pro Lazard, and that man is balling out because his familiarity with Aaron Rodgers. So with every game, these guys are going to get more familiar. I will say, and look, I support my Buckeyes. Garrett Wilson, he's got to recognize staying in bounds. It's 2 weeks in a row. He didn't get those toes down. He's got to be better. He is better. He'll be better. He's going to be phenomenal this year. I don't think we've close to seen what Breece Hall's going to be. I love what I'm seeing from Braylon Allen. And I'll just land on this. The coaching staff, as much criticism as it gets, the one side of the ball that I trust them inherently is the defensive side. So when they got Kinlaw, or even the vitriolic comments on Will McDonald and what that pick is, I believe in this defensive side coaching that we can take guys like Solomon Thomas. We can make Quincy Williams an all-pro. So before we disparagingly talk about Will McDonald, which sacks are real, which are not real, don't do that. Don't do that because you can't be on one end talking about that Quinnen's not getting sacks because it's a number, and then we're picking apart what that sack looks like for Will McDonald. So just enjoy this, man. Like I will say this, and I think we should be in unison on this. We all deserve the way this feels, and I think Rodgers is going to serve us up a lot of this. So if you're going to choose negativity, it's your choice, but you're going to look stupid. Like this is the year to just embrace positivity. That's my landing spot.
Amen to that.
Good take, Buckeye. Brian, go ahead.
Congratulations on the win. I was very surprised of Rogers' mobility. I thought it was amazing for his age and what he's gone through to pick up a couple first downs. I hope the league puts him in the protection program because I saw like a couple late hits there on Rogers. They should have called. If that was Mahomes, they would definitely called them. I thought that was BS.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Brian.
Yeah, and so I just hope Rodgers gets some favors because he's Rodgers, and they're going to try to come after him. Um, make no mistake about it. What I saw last night, this is Rodgers' team. Salah is on autopilot, and I just hope he doesn't do anything to screw it up, like time management, and to not have the team disciplined. To not do stupid penalties. But this is Rogers' team. You saw the little video that was flying around X today. This is Rogers' team. So congratulations on the win.
What's the video that's flying around? What happened
Well,
at the end during the
Salah's tried
game?
to embrace Rogers, and Rogers kind of pushed him away. If that's the video, I think.
Well, I don't think he
I'm
pushed
talking.
it. Well, he was confronted about it, and Rogers, you know, he's like, oh, he's a hugger and all that, and he didn't expect that. But then he also said, Robert said to him, "There's your the 2-score lead," and he always talked about that, so he just gave him he addressed it. I don't think there's any
Yeah,
issue.
yeah. I don't think he pushed him away just because, like, hey, I just think you just feel this is Rogers' team, and Solace is
Well,
he's
Brian,
the
Hey,
autopilot on
remember
this
in
thing.
preseason the negativity was pointed out about like that the locker room is getting to a point where this is a tired act and people are getting disenchanted. Everyone on the defense was doing the Jermaine Johnson sledgehammers. This is a unified team. I don't see any lack of camaraderie in this team. I think this team is a team, and it's the first time it's been a team in a long ass time. So I think if the media is going to look for every little thing, we heard that Aaron Rodgers should have showed up to a practice. He should have done this. They're just looking for stories. The story is what we watched last night, a dismantling of a team that has dismantled us for 2 decades. 2 decades, and we embarrassed them. And I'll tell you, going into that game, everyone thought Jacoby Brissett is a veteran, that he could do things. He looked silly. He looked silly.
I definitely think you guys played like a team more than I've seen in the last 2 years. A complete team. I mean, everyone was gang tackling. Everyone was patting each other in the back. Everyone was pumped. I just really saw a complete team effort last night.
Brian, were
So
you shocked
that's
with
good.
what you were watching last night?
I was, because as I mentioned before, my dad is a Jets fan, and I've been following the Jets for a long time, especially the '98 year. And I haven't seen the offense perform like this since really Vinny's days, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
And
guys,
so
we'll stay
for
open till 10:30. All right.
for him, I mean, he was hitting strikes that really looked like vintage Rogers. And there's not too many guys that can throw that back fade like he can. And I really think probably Williams could have had that touchdown, but he, just one little play, he would have been over 300 yards. He looked like vintage Rogers, and where most people were saying, "Oh, he's a statue. The statue's going to hurt the Jets." Man, this guy had mobility. Like, you know, I haven't seen Cousins do that. So good for those guys. Good for the team. And I think
Brian,
that
real
really.
quick, Kirk Cousins is not in the same conversation as Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I know.
He's
I'm just
not.
talking about
No,
the
I know.
injury. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
talking about the
I
injury.
know you are, but
Yeah.
what I know people like Kirk Cousins, and yes, he's been a good quarterback his whole career, but Rodgers is showing you why he's Aaron Rodgers still. And I expect Rodgers to have a bad game here or there still. He's gonna.
Yeah, that Wilson pass, that Williams pass where vintage Williams, uses his big body. That was a great Rodgers throw, and that one by Wilson at the for the touchdown was a great Rodgers throw. So yeah, that looked all good. I just don't want your team to do a 1 minute drill, go all the way down against the Bills for the winning field goal, and your kicker screws it up. That's the only thing I hope that does not happen. So you guys played great, man, and if they can just pull back the penalties, and you guys are gonna be fine.
Hey, Petey.
Hey, Brian, can I say something real quick, Brian? To your point and what you said, even last night when I was watching the game. Now I'm a realist. I'm a Jet fan, but I'm a realist. I'm not gonna sit there and say that Rogers pushing them away means absolutely nothing. Even though they try to sweep it under the rug, what do you really expect them to say? Oh no, well I'm not. I don't like him. There's a little something to that. I will say that there's a little something to that. And I thought that I even said that before the season started when the whole when Salah said that he wasn't going to play a preseason game, and then he said, "Oh, I didn't even know we didn't have that conversation." So you know, I mean, people may try to push it under the rug, sweep it under the rug like it's not a big deal. I think there's something to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
June.
really do.
I want to say something about that. I want to touch on it a little bit. During the game, when Rogers ran the clock down to 0 and Salah took 2 timeouts, I mean, I think Rogers rather had the 5 yard than
That's
using timeouts in
exactly
the
what
second
I was
half. And
saying,
I
bro.
think something
Twice.
struck with him. Like, listen, why are you calling fucking timeouts in the second half of the game when we need those? God forbid. Like, I'll take the 5 yards. I can
Yes,
get us the 5 yards back.
yes.
Like, that's not a big deal.
No.
And I think a lot of that stems from that look, because that was not a look of what he's saying. I'm sorry. That dude, if the looks could kill, Salah would be dead 10 times over.
Yes,
That was a death
yes,
stare
yes,
if I ever seen
yes,
one.
yes, yes. Yeah, that's not no. They go get two touched. No, that is something more to that. It
It's just
is.
it's a Robert Sala's just an awful head coach. He's
I mean, look, ain't nobody
Nah,
I
arguing
think
that.
I
I
think
don't
everybody's
even
tired of
think
he's
it's
his
that.
pom
going
poms and
week
cheers.
three.
How you doing, Jake?
How you doing,
Like,
Petey?
to,
But one thing I want to last say, Petey, if you guys can stack wins here, and it comes to a point where you want to make a long run in the playoffs, because I do think you guys are going to make the playoffs. and you can get Adams. It's worth getting Adams in that week 8. You guys are going to be, I think you're going to be unstoppable then. I mean, to be
Oh my
honest.
God! You put Devontae
Yeah,
Adams out on outside with Mike Williams and
They're
Garrett
going to be
Wilson.
2-1 after this week, Petey. They're playing Carolina.
listen to what Buckeye. We said it before the season started. I don't think Raiders will be out. Like, I don't think they're going to be as bad as people think they will. So that way, they could actually start getting rid of some pieces. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think that they're a bad
I'm
team.
Why are
June, can
we
I
even
point
on
one
that
thing
I'm
out?
subject
sick of
though?
hear. I'm sick
At the
of
June, can
hearing
I
moment,
point one
Tulsa.
thing out?
He's
Because
not. He's
another
not
fan
leaving.
brought it
No,
up. Go
yeah,
ahead.
Buckeye.
The again, yes, I agree on what happened with Salah and Rodgers. The other one, and again, dude, he's a Buckeye. He's my favorite player. Garrett's got to stop his facial expressions of frustration.
He's
He's
showing
got
them
to
up.
stop
Yeah,
that
I
shit
told you.
because I'll be honest, it's more on him, man. He has not like basic stuff
Yeah,
of staying in bounds, getting his toes down,
yeah,
but
yeah.
his disenchantment and facial expressions,
And
he's got to stop that
shaking
shit,
his
man.
head, because he's doing that to the wrong individual.
Yes, he just has to stop that shit. This
Raj will
is
stop
the
throwing you the
best
ball.
chance he has of making record-setting contracts as a wide receiver because the guy
Yes.
that's about to get him the ball easily could have him at 1,500.
Yep.
He just needs to play ball, bro.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. Look, even when it happened, me and you was talking about it. Like, yo, why is he shaking his
Yes,
head? Like,
yes.
you don't show up Rogers. He's the one who's going to get you the ball. Do not show him up.
Agreed. Good points. Ghost, go ahead, and then I'm going to close out. Tanad, thanks for helping. And June, always.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like that defense really stepped up, including with what happened with CJ, including with what happened with Morgan Moses. They stepped up, and that's one of the things that I was very happy with, right? Because when CJ went down, I was not happy, but then Sherwood stepped up, and so did McDonald, and those are two people that I wanted to see step up in this defense, and they did. With Hassan Reddick not showing up and not playing and not wanting to be on this team, the defense showed up, and they showed him up, and they shut him up. And that's one of the things I was very happy about because I don't think we need him. I don't think we need him at all. And a lot of other Jets fans will disagree, and that's fine. But I think we don't need him because this defense is showing to me every time they step out onto the field that they can do it and then some. And that made me very happy because when we needed the guys to step up on the defensive side, and they've always been great, but they did, including the guys that stepped up for the guys that are hurt right now. So I'm very happy with how this defense played. Obviously, with the Patriots having a very awful O line, either way, I still think this defense can crush any other team. I believe that, and I know they can. But I'm very happy with the defensive players that stepped up, including the Sherwoods and the Will McDonalds, and of course the Olu Fashanus who stepped in right after Morgan Moses got hurt.
Now,
Who
can I
traded
say
the
one thing with
bogeyman?
that? Now, look, the same way that when we lost, I wasn't too down on the loss. The same way that we just blew Patriots out, I'm not too high on the win because, like you just said, they had an inexperienced line. They had a lot of injuries, so we blitzed them. We don't normally blitz, so to sit there and assume that we're gonna get the pressure the same way that we did last night in the future down the road, you can't really expect that. So I mean, yeah, I definitely hear your point where you say we don't need them. I think we do because you can't expect that in the games that's coming down. And you might be able to even expect it from Denver, but everybody else they don't really have offensive line issues like that. So we're gonna need some pressure. Like I said, that these guys don't blitz like that.
Yeah, but I think he's having to that point where he doesn't want to play. He's even sat out to the point of 3 games already, costing him a couple million already so far, not wanting to play on this team. And he's made that abruptly very pointed at us. And he's really just sitting there wanting a contract and he's never going to get if he doesn't show up. So at
He
this
just
point,
stayed
either
in
one or two things are
Rob.
going to happen. They're either going to trade him away for another receiver to help, or they're just going to keep him down until next year because they'll have his rights then either way, regardless.
Right.
So either way, you're going to win regardless because either he plays, he comes out and stop acting like a fool and comes to this team and help and do something to help this defense out, or he can continue to do what he's doing and lose millions and then look like a fool next year having to play with us without getting a single penny.
So, real quick, P, I know you're closing, right?
I
Like
mean,
right now, to be honest, when it comes to Hassan, like I know he's a really good football player, but I'm wondering, do his teammates even want him there right now?
Exactly.
That's a question to be had. I mean, that's definitely a conversation to be had. I mean, yeah, you ask the team, do they want them? I mean, what do you do?
I mean, at what point do you put your team into to the thought process of what you're doing? You know, I mean, granted, he hasn't played it down for us ever, but at the same time, he's on this team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think if the teammates want him back and he apologizes for his idiocy, that's the team and that's Aaron Rodgers and the rest of the defense that can take that up with him. But I think as of right now, as a fan, he has not only disrespected this team by not being out there to help this team, but he sat out all because of money. When he made it very
Yeah.
clear in the beginning of his conversation that it was not about the money, that he wouldn't worry about his contract extension, and then this, that, and this with Joe Douglas came about with them. So I'll see what happens.
now, look. In all fairness, we don't know whether it was about money or did
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
lie to
yeah.
each other.
I think
We
it's
really don't
both.
know that. And at the same right, I think it's both also. And at the same time, if you ask any other player, they're going to be on the player's side. So I don't see the team going to say no, we don't want them because everybody wants their money that they feel that they deserve. So like you said, I think it's both. I think it's a little of both. So just to put the whole onus on him, I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
unfair
right.
because
He earned his money in Philly, but he didn't earn it here. He earned it in Philly, and Philly
Yeah,
should
but
have given him a contract
close.
extension if that was the case.
Yeah, guys, I got to close up, but let me just step in here. Tanat and June, thanks. The players, once Reddick gets there, they're going to embrace him. They're not going to be like, why the F did you
That's a
do
fact.
that? Why did you do this? They want him to get his money. Just get him in the building now.
Yeah,
Get him here. Let's make the defense better. We already lost Jermaine. We need Jermaine's replacement. Is that Will McDonald right now? I mean, sack-wise, yes. Will McDonald.
You guys realize the? Sorry, Petey, keep going.
It's all right. No.
I
Will
was
McDonald was
gonna say, yeah, go ahead.
he was
go
probably
I
ahead,
was
Buck.
just
he's
gonna say
probably
the
the
Penn
player of
State
the
left
game.
tackle played.
Sorry.
Yeah, Penn State left tackle played right tackle, and the Penn State right tackle played left tackle last night.
Yeah, I see no. Wallace.
Yeah. All right, guys. I
Yeah,
gotta close.
go
I
ahead,
gotta
Stevie.
close. Unfortunately, I know people are coming up here. Uh,
Great space, Petey.
D1's got his hand up. D1, I really gotta
Wait,
close.
wait. Please let D1 talk real quick, please, please.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Jets fans.
What's up?
Good morning,
Good
Morning.
Dodger
morning,
How you
buddy.
fans.
doing?
I
What
can't
up?
believe you're here after a win.
Why,
Yeah, we we was
why you
looking
acting
for
like I
you.
don't show up after a game that y'all
Uh,
win? Like,
no, who's your? First of all,
No,
wait,
no,
wait,
we
wait,
talking
wait,
after
wait.
you
June,
lost.
let me take this real quick. First of all, what's up? Okay, I said did you hear what was said? I am surprised, and then you threw in y'all. So I'm saying for me, I'm just surprised. D1, it's really good to see you, man. How are you?
I'm good, and you showed up in the next places after y'all win. What is that? You didn't play us.
We
Oh no, yeah, we didn't play you, but we can't hear you.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations, of course. I mean, y'all always have success beating backup quarterbacks, so I mean, I
Oh
expect.
yeah, there we go again.
What?
There we go.
What?
Guys,
And I know you guys have success beating Josh Allen, so
well, yeah, well, all right, so let's go back. All right, so now that you got me to stay on the space a little longer,
Man,
who
blood's
who
boiling,
please.
who did
boy.
who did Miami beat last year? Dallas. That's it. They beat one team with a winning
Oh,
record.
They didn't beat
yeah,
fucking Will
and
Levis. I'll tell you
we
I
that.
didn't
we
know Jalen
we
Hurts was the
can we
backup.
can we can go through all of this, but yes, we don't beat the elite teams, and y'all beat a bunch of backup quarterbacks. That's what y'all do.
Yes, and you
Like,
know what? You
Titan,
know what the New
a
Titans
York
are
bunch
not
of
Jets have
elite.
second
done?
stringers.
Titans
You
aren't
know
Was
what?
elite.
Jalen
Even
Hurts a
though the
backup?
Jets have sucked, hold on, guys. Even though the Jets have sucked in the last years here or there, they've had some good years. The Jets have won multiple playoff games. The Miami Dolphins have put up a fucking
No,
donut.
Jesus, you bringing
A
up stuff
donut.
from over a
Yes,
decade
we're
ago.
going back.
Jesus, oh
Yes,
my
I'm
God,
going back.
yo, let's go back to this. Oh, I can't wait to play y'all. just just for this to happen all over again. for
Hey,
y'all
hey,
getting
D-Boy,
smacked
I
by
got a
them.
question for you, sir, if I can. This is in all
Sure,
seriousness. I'm not trying to make a joke of any of it. How
sure,
is
sure.
Tua
Go ahead.
doing, obviously? Because I was concerned, and I know that he's probably going to come back in a few days after that concussion. How is he doing? And if there been any updates on him?
There really hasn't been really updates besides what the players have been saying. Of course, you put him on IR, so he'll be back after week 6 or something like that.
I think it was a
Um,
4-day IR, right?
yeah, he's gonna miss
Yeah.
4 games. Yeah,
Okay.
so we have a
All
bye
right.
week in between there, so he'll be back by week 6 or 7. Yep, I think 7 when we played Arizona.
D1,
Okay.
respectfully, let me get to Sherm. Sherm, I'll let you talk. I got to close, guys. Sherm, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna
Hey,
be
sure.
very quick. Great win. Win's a win in this league, and you had a lot of people
Right.
telling you guys that it was a rushing attack and a defense. But I want to say one thing, and you guys are who you're going to be if you stay healthy, and I'm maintaining that. You're going to be a hell of a team. But I will say this, and I think this had to go through the minds of every other NFL team last night. Thank God you didn't draft Brock Bowers. Thank God you didn't draft back Brock Bowers. Oh my God, it would be such a problem.
Yeah.
I'm
Preach.
serious.
Preach.
Tell
I
it to
said that from
Joe.
the start of the
Tell it to
draft.
Joe.
Preach.
Hey, listen, I know Sherm and I go at it sometimes, but Sherm, that was a great take. You're right.
Yeah, that's a
Yo,
fact.
speaking of great, I'm muting the room. It's been Tanad and June. You guys can come off mute. It's been a great space. Tanad, it's good to see you back up here with me, my man. You
Always.
know,
What
there
up,
was some
T?
there was some rumors, Tanad, that, you said some stuff about me. I did not believe
I
them,
can't fucking
obviously.
stand PD in case y'all ain't know.
So it's good to see you, Tanad. June,
Yes,
Jets
sir.
commute. Another.
Absolutely.
Let's keep building on these wins. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the time with everybody and go Jets. Shout out to the listeners: Phil, Fon, JP, Charles, Chris, Mike F, Dev 3.0. What up? Mills,
Aaron, my boy Aaron.
Aaron. What up? Guys, have
What?
a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
And
Ciao.
Petey,
Yo,
real quick, my question to you: do you like Record now?
I tweeted it out yesterday. He had
No,
a
no, no,
real
no, 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 no.
yeah, he had a good
I'm,
game.
is he a
June,
bum
let's
now?
save this for Monday.
I'm calling you now.
Go ahead. We'll speak later. Taddy, what up? What up, Taddy? Have a
Hey,
great day,
have a
folks. Ciao.
great weekend, y'all.
Daddy.
Peace out.